Was that
And
Kumal has many of them.
we're live.
Honestly.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hi guys, we're currently discussing what the fuck is a donkey and does it have vertebrae or is it a vertebrae?
Well, no, we know it has vertebrae. We're asking how many.
Is it a?
Is it?
Oh God, this
Is
is.
it vertebrae?
I
Thank you,
I
Google.
hate that no one has any context of how what the fuck this inside joke is and how it's.
It's a meme
Is
at
it
this
vertebrae?
point.
Dude, it's
No,
like,
like,
it's
what
like
is it?
the,
What the
it's like
fuck's
a
a donkey?
cryptid of memes.
What?
The
We
two
still
memes
gotta
of this game. What's a donkey and fuck your front.
What?
What?
I don't even remember that.
That's a lesser meme.
I'm trying
don't
to
even know what you're
Mono-
talking about.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Whenever whenever I said I'll be right back, Mono went, "What about your left front?"
Oh, that one.
Oh,
That's right.
and I said, "Fuck your
that
left
one.
front," and I was like, "Well,
I don't recall
want,
this in
I
any
guess.
way, fashion, or form. My brain is broken.
Very minor.
That's
on
more
this
of like a
end.
Thursday game thing. I did that more during the Thursday game.
Did it like twice, I think. On Wednesday, so it was
Uh,
very early.
Yeah.
bold of anyone to presume we're professionals." Anyway,
Who would
Anyways,
presume
last
that?
time, not much happened other than
hang on. We're not getting an intro yet. I haven't even said the fucking question yet. Jesus, we're already jumping the gun.
Yeah, because we
me
want
the
to
question.
play. It's been
we're
a
skipping the
week.
question. We're playing now.
Guy wants to
Friggin'
punch my beautiful
God,
face.
Hey, I'm dead.
This is a mutiny.
Devolving into madness, catching rabies.
This is
Grab-
This is a
grab
mutiny.
gun.
The inmates are co-DMing the asylum now.
Okay. Anyways, without further ado, because apparently people are getting getting antsy over here. Is everyone ready to play some Dungeons and fucking Dragons?
Houses and
Houses and
himbos.
himbos.
Us and himbos.
Combats and clerics.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm
I say
ready.
this every time.
Contracts and coworkers.
That too.
Yeah, close enough.
Oh yeah, I do in fact have a semi-important question.
I can give a semi-important answer.
Has Gal been bleeding on the floor this whole time?
What do you mean?
He got stabbed in the leg.
I'll presume that you took care of it before it got too
We
bad.
heal. Can we retcon that we basically gave him one of the house potions before the actual party?
I have healing word on me.
I was just, I don't know if there are any house potions on it.
No,
there's-
Gal would have just been like, "Oh, it's just a small wound," and would have just left it unless someone like actually walked up to him about it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
then
for
no one would.
Gal,
He would just-
it's hardly a fatal wound, granted, but like, because
You
he's
never
just
went
kinda
into
like
the
that.
kitchen after you got stabbed, so the answer is no. Dasher would not have taken care of that.
Yeah, no. So there's blood all over the floor.
Nah,
I think
Anyways.
Nox would have
Why?
healed you.
your
I would
pants
have.
just sticky.
I would have tossed something your way.
Well,
Anyways,
because right after the interviews, Gal went in to grab the food and then sat down.
Yeah,
Where's
and I would have
Dasher?
healed you if that
I'll
was
just say for
the
the
case.
sake of
there's
the
Dasher.
the cut wasn't too deep, and effectively it basically like clotted, and at this point it's just kind of scarred, kind of not scarred over, but you know what I mean.
Slightly retconning something because Dasher was still involved with this combat.
I was outside with you the whole time, so I would have healed you after the entire situation.
Because we are still in initiative, Dasher should still be sitting down.
Wait, who moved our tokens?
I did, because you guys are presumably moving it out to the courtyard.
No, because we were leaving off right when the held
Yes.
person dropped.
If I
thought it was
recall
right
correctly,
here.
Keen was actually
Oh,
outside.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
there.
Keen was
no,
outside.
Farron, you were right here. Aggro and were right there.
They were here.
So
Okay.
Farron, you need to move back a step.
Yeah. No, it's
There we go.
I guess I kind of jumped the gun because I was figuring that after
And
the initial
then-
swings, you guys were like, all right, let's fucking take it outside. Let's fucking go.
And then, if I remember correctly, Dasher was like, I think right here.
No, I was right here,
Yeah, he was there.
technically.
Yeah, and I'll say for the sake of this, Alenia is at this. I'll grab NPC tokens. Hang on, for this.
Because you were over here.
Yeah,
Or over
Alenia's
here, I can't remember which.
Alenia's here in purple, and the rest of the the heads of Beneath the Apothecary are at the tables, at the main dining table.
Oh god.
Where's
So you're
Robert?
telling me when I did the catapult thing, it just went over all their heads?
Here. Yep.
Excellent.
So this is the person I'm filing the incident report to?
That's Alenia, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah, this is Aberos in orange. The knight Balkian is in green.
And we're still in initiative, yes?
I'll say for this if oh my god, Brian. If Farron and Gal are basically going into combat, unless anyone else is getting involved, we'll probably just reroll an initiative for those two.
I have a joke to play during initiative, if anything.
All right,
I'll be a
okay,
part of it.
whoever's interested in rolling initiative, sure. I'll just say for the sake of this, if you have something that you wish to do, basically just notify me or get my attention. Otherwise, I'll just keep going back and forth between Farron and Gal, or say, okay, I want to do something on my turn. Trying to keep this a bit snappy. Oof.
I just wanted to
I finally rolled above a 7!
Let's see.
Give me
This
a
would
moment.
be the.
Oh yeah, who's getting inspiration?
Oh yes.
No one.
No
Well, I
one. You know what,
guess
that's
we
fair.
did kind of breeze through the actual recap because
Yeah, because nothing happened.
there's quite a few things.
So a
happened.
fight. So Dasher was making kettle corn.
You guys didn't even
For
talk
everyone
about,
who was involved with Gals and the guards interviews.
You guys didn't even
at one
talk
point-
about the entire other half of the session, which was the people that you actually talked to and hired.
They're not.
we talked to,
there was an
we
interview
hired
with
them.
a. There was an
Wow,
interview
real.
with a There was an interview with a turtle that we're completely ignoring
Damn.
because we're the hags,
That's true.
and some of
Fair
us
enough,
are
fair.
fucking traitors.
You're a snitch.
Uh,
Love it.
Still not a traitor though. Anyways, let's see here. We got introduced to the person who is contracting us, as well as another person I can't remember who.
It was two other members of the two other people that are basically the quote unquote overseers or the leaders of a Nathan Apothecary, the company. It was
Yes, and sorry.
No, you go.
Also, before those conversations happened, when we were in the midst of having Gal fight people, he decided to, after one of our one of the guards that we actually hired, Tondeshi, lost. We told him to basically, because he's more of a stealth type person, to hide. And Gal almost didn't catch him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he went on the roof, and then he went inside, up top, and when Gal found him, there was an arrow that was being pointed directly between Gal's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
After this,
And Gal basically asked him if he was gonna shoot or not.
after the interviews were over, officially, Dasher brought the rest of the pork sausage to Gal, because Gal actually loves the pork sausage. And then chaos started to ensue.
Yeah,
With-
because Gal threatened to bop somebody if they tried to take it from him, and Nox was willing to face that bop.
Was
So
willing to
she
take that
stole
bet.
some.
And
She
then
was willing to be bopped.
and then Keen tried to steal some and failed miserably. All the while, after Gal got irritated with Farron and decided to actually initiate a duel.
No, Gal was just like, "Oh right, I'm being."
I cast,
Gal
I
was just
casted
like,
Hold Person.
"I'm being challenged. All right, let's go." Nothing about it, and then the helper happened.
I
Mhm.
casted
And
Hold
then-
Person on Gal because I wanted him to share, and I was going to take the plate away. And then everybody hopped in to steal the plate, and I realized
then-
my mistake.
No, not everyone. Dasher was not stealing the plate.
Well, yeah, I'm saying that the Farron and the
Dasher
Birds,
was backing
and Tycoon, and
Dasher was
Kumal-
trying to back the fuck off.
Oh, and Alenia helped me do it.
Mhm. That is correct.
And then Kumal decided to cast a combative spell indoors,
Eh.
which is another incident report.
You and your
Yeah.
reports, shove 'em up your ass.
Calculus. Y'all started it.
Um,
I finished it decisively.
Which was basically catapult the pork, and only the pork, the blood sausage inside the pork came along with,
Mhm.
directly into Kumal's crocodile-like maw.
Mhm.
And thus the nat 1 is induced by a food coma.
And then
You know
Gal
what, that's reasonable.
after Farron basically tried to back the fuck off, punched Farron in the face, as I believe that's how we're starting this initiative.
No, it's Farron
No.
punching Gal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Well then.
Party time.
Okay, so Gal is actually in the clear here, then.
We need some battle
I
music.
thought, I thought
right?
Gal was the one who threw the first punch.
Nope, it was
Nope.
Farron.
Farron
No, it
did
was
the
me.
first touch.
Apparently
Oh.
it was Farron who threw the first punch.
Next, he
Alrighty.
jumped over his
So-
familiars.
Yeah, dude,
No, I
I'm
was
getting,
trying to
I'm
get the
getting
food.
jumped
This
out
is-
here.
This is a note. 2 people have committed assault against Gal.
It's fine.
That's fine.
He likes it.
Nonetheless,
No,
It'll happen.
wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute.
What am I missing? Oh, Kumal, right. Herp.
I mean, one of those assaults was a whole person.
That wasn't
And
me.
also-
That was me.
I'll also say, for the sake of this, both Tycoon and Aggro are just watching. They're not getting involved.
That
Yeah,
being
no.
said,
As they should.
assault means nothing out here because we're in the colonies where there are no actual laws.
It's like one of them
There's a
old
literal orc
westerns.
tribe near us.
Also,
Anyways.
to the person in chat, I'm technically not snitching. Our contractor
get
is
stitches.
right here.
Also, for the
All I really am
inspiration-
doing is just
Oh, sorry. Ah, yes. I shall file this report to acknowledge our higher ups. Our higher ups are in the room, seeing this. As
so all I need to do is I'd like this to be considered me filing this report.
Okay. Yeah. First off, before we get too deep into things, I just need to roll for inspiration. First roll was 1, so Farron gets a point of inspiration. And the second roll... Oh, it was almost a 5, but ended up being a 4, so Dasher gets a point of inspiration.
Awesome. I'm gonna try to save that.
Alrighty. So I suppose now then... Move on to some, I'm not gonna pull out the serious battle music, but it'll still be something.
Yeah. Music.
Get some. Oh, yeah, here it is.
Alright.
Here's my tavern brawl music.
I get to pull out my armor of Agathis.
All of us do.
What do you mean all of us do?
Both of them have it.
I say all of us because, as in, like the legacy
yeah,
of
all
Stygia,
2 of us.
as in the Stygia line.
All right, so, I suppose going down the list, we have starting off. We got Farron. As you threw the first punch, clocking Gal in the jaw as the hold person goes off, starts to fade, and he's starting to get his movement back into his system. As
Did
he's
I
back
even
out
notice the
door.
whole person?
Yes, you
'Cause
did.
honestly, really?
I would
Yeah,
say
I
you
just
probably
did. That's
noticed
why you
after
had
the
to
fact.
take the
Tycoon and
opportunity
Aggro.
Oh,
when
yeah.
he froze.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that's a good point. Yeah, because you saw the hold person. That's when Nox went over to grab it. That's when you were aggro now.
Yeah,
and then
you had
ever-
seen me do it.
No, when Nox
Yeah.
was. Oh, no, I didn't see Nox was about to do it.
No, you saw me. I told you I was about to.
Yeah,
And you were
no,
like, aggro,
did you?
Tycoon, now.
No,
and
you
sent
never
them to go
told
get the
me.
plate.
You never told me that you were gonna do hold person though. That was something you never communicated to Farron.
You never.
He just
You never
grabbed it.
said. They never said it to you. However, you would have seen. You would have seen. Nox
You would have
cast a
seen me
spell.
cast it.
Yeah, you would have seen seen them cast the spell, and then Gal just stopped, and as Nox was about to grab the plate, that's when you were now, and then everyone dived to get it, catapult
And we
across
rolled
the room.
initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then punch.
Alright.
Now we're fighting. Okay, so. Like I said, both your familiar and your homunculus are staying to the sidelines, just watching as chaos ensue. What are you doing as you see Gal just standing there intimidatingly in the doorway? Just freaking JoJo lines just coming off of them.
All right. I don't know the extent of mold earth, so I'm gonna lift one of the grounds of earth to lift up and just make it difficult.
Okay, so yeah, I believe with Mold Earth you can lift up a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, I'm literally sending it off to the side right here.
Oh, okay. So for this, as you go to cast Mold Earth, you just see Gal in the doorway, and you're just like, You stamp the ground at your feet, and all of a sudden, in about a 5-foot space, a pillar of a 5-foot pillar of earth shoots up, blocking the doorway.
Yep. And
There?
I thought you were putting it here, in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, I was the one to put that down.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna place it here. Like I moved the earth over to here.
So there's
Yeah.
a hole.
Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, you're moving over, so there's a 5-foot gap. Okay, sorry. In that case, I'll delete that, and I'm just going to make this.
I mean,
Oh,
I did set the earth down to the side over here, so I'm not just making a hole.
Yeah. It's basically like pushing it off to the side so that there's a divot. There's a
Can I
Okay.
Can I ask a specific question about the building?
Sure.
That's good.
Does the balcony look out onto the courtyard?
The balcony does. The bottom, hang on, for the reference of where
I'm pretty sure Typhoon is looking from the balcony.
Yeah, the balcony, basically the edge of the balcony
It's right where the storage is, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's this plus also basically a gap of 3 here and a gap of 3 here, 3 here.
Okay. Can I
So,
make my way up there on my initiative order?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
That's fine. I'll
I think she can make it if she sprints.
Well, sprinting you can only do it in a straight line. There's a lot of
Oh.
corners you gotta run.
Well, you
now,
can
you
dash.
Can still dash.
I thought.
Yeah, you still can dash.
Yeah.
And these doors aren't locked, so you could just bust your way through. So then you get up to you manage to. Okay, so that's 45 feet. That's 60. So you'd be able to get up to about the stairwell here,
Okay.
I believe. And then that would be your turn. Gal! There's a hole. There's a hole in front of you, in front of the door.
Gal in his icy rage is going to activate Armor of Agathis
Okay.
for
I'll
the
mark
first
a little-
time.
Is that an
Oh,
action or is that just a thing we can just
It's an
cast?
action.
Oh, okay.
I'll put a little shield icon on you.
Do you remember what I told you about how his Armor of Agathis looks?
Yeah.
I'll say for the sake of the stream, could you describe what your armor Agathis looks like?
So, Gal all of a sudden grows a crown of horns made out of ice around his head, 2 icy wings folded against his back, and some just very sleek arm guards and shin guards.
Interesting. All right, so yeah, as you just kind of mutter an infernal under your breath, and then just kind of grasp at your chest. There's this thin layer of frost that starts to slowly spread all over your body for a moment, as the magical energy kind of swirls, and the air molecules start to crystallize and solidify into the form of the armor as you described. I believe that. So that is your action. Are you doing anything with your bonus action and/or movement?
I can't cast another spell, so I'm going to take my movement to go here.
Just steps right over.
Are you going around, or are you going like through the hole?
It's difficult terrain, but I can still get there.
Yeah.
That's fair. Actually, hang on. Clarification with because you kind of said 2 things at once for Ferret. Are you making a 5-foot hole in the ground, or are you just making it difficult terrain?
Oh, it's a 5-foot hole.
Okay. So yeah, all to say for this, if you just
I just say difficult terrain as a way to explain it.
Yeah, no, sorry, because difficult terrain is also a very different thing.
Yeah, and you can also do that with Mold Earth.
Yes, yeah, you can.
make
Yeah,
it difficult terrain.
that's another thing you can do with it. Just to clarify. But yeah, nonetheless, you'd still be able to either just basically you go. Farron
Interrupted everything.
Yeah, you're good. Is Farron puts a hole in front of you? Haha! What are you gonna do? Wait, why are you going around? as he just kind of like sidesteps it and kind of just spins around to your back.
Shit, that will work.
All right. Dash, are you doing anything on your turn?
Yes, I actually am.
Okay.
So that's 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Dasher is closing the door.
All right. Yeah, you just see them. Looks like they're about to throw hands, and you're just like, I'ma just close this. As he just close it behind you.
That is my item interaction.
I'll say it's a free action to close a door.
Okay, so I've moved about 20 feet so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's 40.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am going to dash.
Okay.
That's 60.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I
All right.
do I even have Step of the Wind yet? I don't think I do.
I don't think you do yet. No.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Oh no, you do get a level 3. My apologies. So yeah, if you want to use it, keep on. Go ahead.
Okay, so
15. Yep, that moves you over there. That's fine. I'm not gonna move the camera to the second floor because, but
I did forget something.
oh,
so I'm just gonna move up to here. Because that should be as most as I can get.
yeah. Oh yeah. You mentioned you've at least gotten up to the balcony. Yeah. I can't center the camera
Yes.
on both sides right now, but for the sake of the other.
Oh, don't worry. My next turn, I'm coming down.
That's fair. All right. So in that case, next up, Kumal, you doing anything, or are you just vibing?
He's in a food coma.
Or
Okay. Yep.
He opens the door.
All right. As
I
a free
go
action, you just
through
open
the door. And if I can, I'll close the door.
You know what? Just because I'm nice, I'll allow it.
Excellent. That's
He just
all
shoves
for
the,
me,
the
Chief.
pile of dirt back into the hole.
Being
Just
polite
this
is a
once,
free
I'll
action.
allow it.
You
This
are
is
kind
literally
of
just
yeah.
us trying to break up this fight, isn't it?
I'm just
No.
watching.
All right.
Oh, he's just
so yeah,
watching.
You just open the door, sidestep the dirt hole in the ground. You just,
I'm assuming the
close
hole
it.
is no longer there.
Nope, it stays there.
Oh, he just shoves it to the side right here.
That is a real asshole.
Well, okay. Like basically the dirt from the hole is kind of like basically transplanted and then just kind of like spread out over the area. It's not enough to really like debilitate you. You just kind of have to hike over it a little bit.
Excuse me.
Like stepping on a mound of dirt.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. Yeah, and then you just, lean back against the door and just watch as whatever hell's gonna break loose.
Yep, just waiting for it to go too far.
Farron!
Alright, alright. Alright, so now that, Baron's witnessing, Armor of Agathis for the first time in his life.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen that ever once in his life.
Yeah, he's covered in
see
ice
that-
armor now. That's cool. No pun
Yeah.
intended.
He then, he's finna cast Grease?
Okay. Covering a 10-foot square. I presume you're doing it basically so it just gets him.
Yeah,
So,
around
like-
here.
So like here, okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll presume you're doing it in a way basically so it gets him, but not you.
Yep.
So in that case,
Let me just-
I'll make it yellow. I'll make it the color of butter. Oh, damn it.
I don't think so, there, Chief.
Yeah. So, as you mutter the incantation, and there's this brief, just kind of thin layer of arcane mist that spreads all across the ground that slowly begins to condense into this, like, tannish yellow, almost like buttery, fatty substance that quickly starts to cover the place. You're like, haha! He'll be slip and fall now. Before you realize, oh wait, shit, he has on cleats. Yeah, probably should have thought about that sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Next turn, Farron just lights the whole entire thing up.
yeah, just
No,
imagine
that would
Gal
burn the
just Gal
building.
looks down at the ground where the
No,
grace
wait,
is, just looks back up at you. Shrugs,
mean-
gets ready to punch.
If you move the boxes, it would only burn the, it would only initially burn the well.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
embers,
Anyways-
on the other hand, would probably
Anyways,
burn the
Nox, you're
building.
up.
I'm just gonna continue making my way up to the balcony.
Okay, so yep, that'll be.
I'd like to
5,
imagine that
10.
when Dasher was going up the balcony, he just backflipped over you.
Yeah, both of you guys are kind of rushing up at about the same time. Hang on. So you used about 10 feet to get up to the top of the stairwell.
Racing time,
And
racing
then that's
time. Come
5.
on, guys. It's racing time.
That's 20, so then that's 30 feet there. I'll say if you dash, you'd be able to jump off the balcony on this turn if you so wish.
Nope, I don't want to jump off. I just want to stay up there.
Okay, yep.
Are
you'll
you
be able
under
to
my
reach-
square right now?
You'll be able to reach the edge of the balcony about here.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, you'd be able to get to 15, and then you'd be able to get like anywhere. Well, technically anywhere on the edge of the balcony if you want. So if you want to move however you so wish.
Since this is gonna be the best view right there.
Perfect. Yep. You know what? I'll just say for this, I'll let you. You can sit down in the chair, just turn it to look out at the down beneath you, and just watch it watch it unfold.
Yeah. Also, I would have taken Nevena on her pillow since I brought her downstairs.
I'll allow it. Just imagine the whole time just as they're getting thrown as they're getting just carried along,
Heavy
and
burden.
Nevena is just.
And if she will let me, I would like to pet her.
She
I will say-
grow 2 feet today?
Yeah. Yeah. You just.
As
kinda-
we're still
I'll-
using the
I'll-
medium-sized creature.
Yeah, I'll say petting is a free action. I'll allow it.
If she would let me. If she doesn't seem like she wants me to, then I will not.
Nevena allows the pet.
Yes. All right, guys. Session over. Success. I'm done.
Beautiful.
I got what I
Putting
needed.
ever the question.
All right, in that case, Gal, you're back up.
Alright, bud, time to feel some champagne.
Ooh. Okay. I
Oh.
presume that hits.
Yeah.
All right, please enlighten me. How are you beating? In what manner are you beating the shit out of Farron?
I'm going to need Farron to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Alright.
Oh, I see.
Well,
Oh.
The soft one.
That's rough, bud.
Boy.
Yep.
So he's going to get sent. He's get sent 15 feet backwards.
Okay. Okay.
God,
So
holding the door.
to clarify, what ability are you using?
I'm using my gathered swarm ability.
Ah. Okay. So, okay. As your God.
And the extra D4 is from my favorite foe.
Yes. Yeah, that is a total.
So that
of,
means Cronus gets to be out here as well.
that is 9. Oh, yeah, 'cause favorite foe is also doubled. So yeah, that's 7, 10. That's 14 points of damage total.
I have a mechanics question.
Yes.
oh, not 7 then.
Because Farron is being pushed back 15 feet and the door is closed.
Oh wait, hang on.
Would he take falling damage?
Well, no. You okay?
Instead of breaking
if
through the
pushed
door?
15 feet back, he would be pushed back into this corner rather than into the
So
hole.
did I take 14 points of damage, or do I just take 7? Like, what?
No. You okay? Because of the crit, the dice was doubled. So basically, all of the damage added up, like the melee attack plus the favored foe, because the dice is also doubled for that. That is a total of 14 points.
Mm.
So if
Alright.
you-
So am I
so
in the
if-
hole now, or?
No. If you're pushed 15 feet back, you would be pushed back into the corner. Which first off, you'd be at 14 rather than
perfect.
7 hit points. However,
No,
because
I took 14 hit points, right? Because
Yeah,
I
'cause
was
you-
at 28.
you were
Oh,
yeah, because you're at 7.
20. Oh, so I should be
Um,
at 14 now.
Yes. However, because you got hit with oh god, because you were hit with in one attack half your maximum HP, I'm gonna have to have you roll a con save.
Of course. Saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh boy, so
Wow.
that's a 7.
Inspiration.
Cool.
I'm gonna have to pull out a chart real
Oh,
quick.
he's using his inspiration. Hold on.
Oh, you're using inspiration? Okay, in that case, reroll. Never
There you go.
mind, you're
Much
good.
better.
You
I-
managed. You managed
Just
to
so that
I'm
you
avoid.
can
kind of
have
tempted
less
to use my inspiration to cancel it out, but I realize I can't do that.
Nope.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Only one.
Oh, wow, thanks.
All right, so that is a 20. That is a 21. Which, congratulations, you managed to avoid getting a major injury. However,
I thought.
what was that, Dash? Sorry, never mind.
Good thing this is at 3.5 because he would be dead right now.
No, different thing.
Different thing, different rules.
No, I mean
Um,
in 3.5, if you get knocked out over half of your
He's
health.
not knocked out.
No, I mean knocked down to to half of your health or 50 HP.
Oh, we're not playing
Nonetheless, it's-
3.5.
Yeah, I'm
Nonetheless,
saying
it's-
good thing
it's
this is not
3.5, but It's
3.5.
not your turn, so shush.
It's Grease concentration.
It is, I believe.
Yep.
Oh no, it isn't. It's just for 1 minute.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not
Well
concentration.
then,
So yeah.
step forward.
Okay, hang on. So, to narrate all of this, as you as you basically like move to and you sidestep you sidestep the hole, make your way around behind Farron, and before Farron can really turn around to get a good look, as he goes to cast the grease instinctively and see it not work. Just a flash of light glints in your eyes, and you just go, nothing personnel, kid. And fucking basically just boot him straight in the back. And as there's a brief condensation of energy around your boot, as it makes the
Oh
contact.
no, it would have been his fist. If I had done my boot, it would have. I would have used the boot attack.
Oh, sorry, never mind. Oh yeah, because this is your
My 5-finger death punch.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that's what the fucking acronym stands for. Oh yeah, so basically, okay, in that case, yeah, you punch him in basically at the base of the neck, right between the shoulder blades, and you send him hurtling forwards. As there's like a magical tidal wave of energy, followed by various aqueous creatures.
Hold up. A mundane punch like this, the actual bludgeoning damage does not have dice attached to it.
Yeah.
That would not have, the dice damage would not have doubled then for the actual punch, bludgeoning.
No, there is no dice being doubled on the basic punch.
Okay.
Oh,
But it was a nat 20.
But it also says +1. That second +1 should not be there.
Oh, so what did
It's
I...
six
So
so in,
plus
that case,
one.
so in that case, it would be 13 points of damage, not 14, because the
Yes.
favorite foe dice are still doubled. My apologies. Thank you for credit for covering
15.
that. Yeah. So you're not out yet, but you're getting fucked up. As you go hurtling face first directly into this corner, just
I have a question. Do I still have to make that con save or no?
in that case, you would not have.
Can I have my inspiration back?
Let him have his inspiration back, please.
Yeah, I'll say for this, yeah, because of the error. Yes, that's fine.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, my apologies. I did not realize that, but nonetheless. So yeah, either way, you got punched basically right in the back, and you got hurtled face first, like cartoon planted, basically into this fucking corner. As you just slowly peel yourself up and just are kind of like staggering a bit before just kind of clambering back onto your feet. Ow.
It's like he's in pain, but he just stands right back up.
Mm-hmm.
He just does.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Nox and Navenna, Gal just punched Farron out of view and under the balcony. And you're like, oh damn, now we can't see it. Though they would have absolutely heard the dull thud as he impacted with the side of the building. Nonetheless, that's the end of Gal's turn. Dasher, you're on the balcony.
Okay, now I have a mechanics question.
Okay.
If I were to jump off, I would land here, yes? Because this is a running jump of at least 10 feet.
If you're going to run and
you're-
jump, I'm gonna say I'm gonna try and stop you.
You
As a
cannot make an attack.
reaction.
You cannot use an attack of opportunity to grapple.
I'm just gonna tell you to
Actually,
stop. I'm not gonna
can.
grab you.
Oh wait, no, you can opportunity attack shove though. Because a shove action can be replaced with an attack action.
That is true.
But it is also a special action, so it cannot actually be replaced with a attack of opportunity.
Hang on, let me
Attack of
double check this real
opportunity
quick.
specifically says you cannot use special actions.
That's dumb.
Like features?
I had to look this up for the other Wednesday campaign I'm in.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
well-
didn't plan on tackling you or shoving you. I'm just gonna tell you not to do it. That's my reaction.
Fair enough. Nonetheless.
It's a
My reaction is
vocal
gonna be like,
interaction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also,
I'm literally gonna be
I'll
like,
just say
"Don't
you
do
would,
this."
yeah, Dasher, you would still hear that as you basically put your foot up to vault and jump your way down. Do you? Still
Yeah,
go
I'm
through
still
with it?
trying to jump my way down because this bullshit does not need to actually go this far.
You're
So
not
I'll say for the sake of
involved.
this, if you jump down from that spot there, you would technically land on top of Gal.
Not if it's a running jump.
If it's a running jump, how far are you? Oh God, I can never remember.
So I was right here.
Yeah, I'll say for this if you want
10.
to basically jump, about basically 10 feet over, so you'd be next to Gal. That would be an acrobatics check.
That's fine.
Land in the grease.
21.
21. All right, yeah, it doesn't, yeah, and just like that, you manage to basically quickly jump and kind of flip your way down, barely avoiding the grease, as you impact and the dirt sprays around you. Looking
And
over
I'm
to
going
see.
to back off 10 feet. And I'm going to yell, Gal, that's enough!
All right.
And I'm actually going to hold my action.
Okay, sorry. You moved and then you did there. Oh yeah, because the jumping is an action. Okay. What are you holding your action to do?
I'm going to breathe in the air using wind to shout, that's enough. If either of them go for an attack.
So basically, you're holding your reaction to speak once if either of them try.
I am holding my reaction to use my breath as a thaumaturgy. Using wind breath to carry my voice.
So you're okay. So you're okay. So your held action is doing the breath weapon.
My held action is doing with the breath weapon. However, if you would allow it, this would count as a thaumaturgy as I am using the wind weapon straight up into the air.
And you wouldn't be able to hold an action.
Yeah, because it's an attack. Never mind.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm just going to do it right now.
Okay.
So I'm not actually aiming at anyone. So I automatically succeed. And no damage is taken.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just there's just a sudden gust of wind as like bits of like sand and twigs just kind of briefly billow up into the air next to you.
As I shout, "That's enough!"
Yeah. Yeah. As the shout while somewhat as much as it doesn't really create the effect you intended of like basically throwing your voice, it can still be heard over the brief sound of a gust of howling wind that blows up into the air with a brief tornado before settling. Farron, as you peel yourself off of the wall.
Can I be under a bunch of rubble?
Yeah, I mean, you basically landed into a pile of firewood.
I rise, but you see Farron's fist pop off out of the wood, and you see, if the spectral aura, it's kind of like transparent, and as he turns his hand into a fist, he says, "Of Agathis!" And then you see, his skin starts to suck away, the heat from the air, as, the armor starts to form more like that of an insectoid kind of armor. Kind of like more like an exoskeleton.
More Carapace.
And then you see you see then a golden jewelry around the forearms. As he rises his head, you see spectral, transparent, red eyes are hexagonal. You see through his nose, it's like a spectral bone. And through his same with his earrings, but they're hanging antennae.
Interesting.
And then an icy that's surrounds his tail, kind of almost like a thicker draconic sort of ordeal, as his segments on his horns begin to pop bits and pieces of ice as it begins to erupt around it. You see more of the exoskeleton around his like a front chest plate, and then the heads of devils, ice, one head of an ice devil, one small like scale of a dragon head and one human head, as he rises from the ashes with like Malekith's cold breath, like.
I'll also say, for the sake of this, you did also hear, as much as the firewood was muffled, you did hear what Dasher has said. So you can, so yeah, as much as you have heard that, you can still act accordingly, as you desire.
He then like sees this and then he looks back at Gal, like his hands are like shivering cold. As he then looks at Dasher after hearing that, and he drops something that he just discovered, and just like, as all the cold breath from that his body, all the coldness that his body has absorbed is then let out as he finally brings back color into his into the atmosphere.
Okay, so to clarify, you briefly used your Armor of Agathis, as it showed up, and then it passed.
Yeah.
Hold up, Kumo was
Kumo
skipped.
Oh
Yeah, I
shit!
think so.
My
Yes,
apologies.
Kumo
Yeah,
was skipped.
sorry.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
I didn't speak up. I missed it. I was gonna just let him finish his thing first. I can go after. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and also, so you don't so you're not keeping up the Armor of Agathis. You're basically dropping it again.
No, I will not, because he's traded blows with Dasher, so he knows Dasher's intent. Like he knows that there will be consequences for his actions, but he'll obey Dasher, because he
Dasher
promised
is
him that
trying to
rematch.
stop this. Dasher is trying to
that-
stop this senseless fight.
Sorry, I don't mean to be rude by saying this, but it's currently Farron's turn. But I know people have been talking back and forth before, but nonetheless, I'm just gonna start putting my foot down that people can only speak on their turn. Nonetheless,
He drops
Farron.
Armor of Agathis and then just passes his turn. Like he's just gonna obey Dasher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nonetheless, Nox, unfortunately, you can't
Nope.
really see what's going on underneath.
Kumo's
Oh, right, sorry.
turn.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I am so sorry!
No, you're fine.
Kumo! Yes.
Okay. First thing I want to do is I want to do a medicine check on Baron to see how bad he is.
Sure. Absolutely. Roll medicine. 18. While he doesn't
I am
look...
bloodied.
well, I'll say for the sake that he's barely not bloodied. And basically judging by the impact and everything, he barely managed to avoid having a much more serious injury than he did. So for all intents and purposes, he's okay, as much as he can be from that fucking magic punch.
Yeah, from one hit.
Mm-hmm.
Kumo just be like, are you two done?
My belly's
Alright.
quite full, says Kumo.
Are you two done?
I'll say for this,
I'm
I'll say
done.
for this you can respond. Okay. Alright, in that case, Nox, unfortunately you can't really see much of what's going on right now, except for hearing what Farron said, and then looking as Dasher and Kumo are both looking on like, what the
I'm
fuck,
going
man.
to stand up, and as a free action, I'm going to set Navenna on her pillow down in my chair. I'm gonna lean over the railing, just casually lean over,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna ask, boys, do you have more in you, and do you want to get this out of your system? And as I do that, I'm going to cast Healing Word
Okay.
on Farron at first level.
I'll say for the sake of this, with leaning over, you have to lean over a bit of a decent bit to look, because he's currently under the balcony technically.
Yeah,
Right now.
As long as I can see him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's already gotten up,
yeah.
like, out of the rubble and such.
Yeah, you're like half leaning over the railing, but you'd barely be able to see him for this. I'll allow it. All right.
Healing, you take 6 points of healing.
Alright.
And as you watch,
I have to ask a question, Nature. Would you allow
Right.
2 bonus actions in a move instead of an action and a bonus?
I would not, unfortunately.
Okay. Did we ever decide on my breastplate if it took an action or a bonus action to activate?
I believe it was. I believe it behaved normally as the spell did.
So it would take, if I remember correctly,
If the spell requires an action, it would have been an action. If it would normally requires a bonus action, it would be a bonus action.
it would be a bonus action. Okay.
Yeah.
That changes things if I can't do 2 bonus actions. Yeah. I'm just gonna lean over and I'm gonna say, if you've got more in you, and you want to see this through, I've got your back. Dasher, Kumal, this is their choice. If they want to get this out of their system, let them do it.
Yeah, and that's probably as much as you could say on your turn.
Yep.
All right. In that case,
That was
Gal,
the
you're up.
word. Gal is very much quite literally seeing red, so
That hits, I presume.
and
All right, 6 damage.
Oh yeah, because you have favored foe and gathered swarm up. So yeah, that is 6 plus 7, for a total of that is 15
the cold
points.
damage is halved.
Oh, 13. Oh yeah, because that's correct. Because Levis is tiefling.
So I take 3 or 4
So-
damage.
That's
Wait,
halved.
So
It's
it's 4.
half
It's
rounded-
4 on the
it's
favored foe, and then half of 3.
So
half of 3, which would
Okay.
be okay.
I'm letting you know I just took 6 damage. So right now I'm 15. So what's the rest of
Yeah.
the damage?
That would be if it's 4, it would be another 5.
Another 5. All right. So I'm at 10.
I mean,
I'm
for future
bloodied
reference-
now.
Yeah, for future reference, also you can't voice what your hit points are, but yeah, it's fine, just for the sake of this.
It's all good.
With
All
that,
right.
Gal's gonna leave.
Okay. Do you go through the hole, or are you basically are you moving through? Are you moving through Kumal basically to get through the door?
I would have just stepped over the hole.
Okay, yeah, basically you just kind of you just take the moment to jump over the hole to basically get on the little cliff edge that you have, open the door, just bust your way through and walk through. And we'll probably say for this combat ends.
So wait, the held action Dasher
No,
doing
Dasher
the
didn't do his
shot was
held
more.
action.
No, I
Okay.
I could not hold the action. I had to do it
Yeah,
now
he did-
because
yeah,
you cannot
he did
do
it on his turn.
replacement attacks.
He did it on his turn.
All right.
Instead of
You cannot use replacement attack replacements as an attack of opportunity, unfortunately.
All right.
That's dumb.
It's in the PHB. I also hate it.
Well, I mean that's up to the DM at that point, because you can just, if the DM allows it, you can just ignore certain rules like that.
I'm assuming this is gone and this is gone now.
You can choose to drop them if you wish. Which then the dirt
I
would
do.
shift back into place, and the buttery coating across the floor just kind of dissipates into purplish smoke.
I want Nox to do an insight check on me.
I will roll an insight then.
Dasher walks over.
Do I have it? Okay, good. I'm making sure I didn't have
May
that
I
problem on.
also do an insight since I'm walking over?
Yes, please.
That's fine.
Yes, you may. Okay.
No, I'm not using the inspiration.
So, Dasher, what you see is like, oh, thank God, some sense, and someone who's at least willing to show me some form of emotional respect. But thank you. For Nox, you hear the surface level, but what you see under the level is that it's not out of Farron's system, but it's deeply packed in there. It's like, it's after that punch. Farron's definitely gonna just be wait. He's gonna wait. He's just going to wait.
He's
Dasher-
gonna brew on it.
Yeah, he's
it's
gonna brew.
It's funny you should say that. Dasher reaches a hand out to help you up.
Okay.
Do you take it?
And he looks at this. He knows he knows that he exposed himself of that behavior, and knowing that he's kind of like the figure to Professor Kumon, he's just like he cracks his neck, and then his like whole body. He just prepares himself both physically and mentally, and he just like with like full vigor. I'm like, all right, let's do this. All right, what's my ass beating? And then he grabs that hand.
You already got your ass beating. Make a strength check.
Hey, it's just regular
Okay.
strength, right? Now,
With
not
your
strength pro,
permission,
right?
Dasher is grabbing hard as he's
Okay.
pulling up on Farron.
He allows it.
With your permission, this would basically be a single point of damage, as he's
Alright.
just squeezing as he pulls you up.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I'll just say it probably wouldn't do any damage, but it still
It
hurts.
hurts.
Yeah, it hurt.
I'm taking it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like a
yeah.
lot
Just because
of
it's painful doesn't mean it necessarily does damage, but nonetheless.
You need discipline, and so does Gal. And when you look into Dasher's eyes, they are different from when he was on an adrenaline high, but they are still dilated. They are cold and calculating at this point.
You see the mirror of his eyes reflect the same as you, because he has no pupils. But what you see, actually,
Also,
Dasher, I want you to roll an Arcana.
And while he's doing that,
Natural
and
20.
since-
You see
Well, hang on,
hexagonal,
what
like
was that?
thin.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
What are you doing, Knox?
Hearing that exchange and seeing him help him up, I'm gonna say, though that is both true, I think what he needs currently is healing more. Farron, if you don't mind making your way up here.
I will after explaining this.
Yeah.
You see like thin. You know how like insects have like thin hexagonal like things on their eyes. That's what you see slightly within Inference after the armor of Agathis.
There's this like brief shimmer basically of like segmentation to the eyes before it starts to melt and disappear also into like a purplish smoke.
tomorrow, dawn, training.
All right. He'll then start moving up, but as the door closes, he immediately goes into the kitchen.
Okay.
Where's that? To grab a snack and then go up.
There's like some bread. There's some leftover fish and meat in there. It looks like a quarter of a wheel of cheese. That's still there.
Is there any segment of bone that I can toss to aggro?
There's like
All
there's
of the bone. I'm pretty sure all of the bone basically went to Nevada.
I'll say there.
That's
I'll
why
say
she's so
there's-
fat.
Yeah, I'll say there's one piece. There's like one or two pieces left over that have been
Not-
kind of like abandoned that weren't caught during cleanup. That you
Not
can
so
just-
much favoritism, but
I
more
toss
the
it.
fact that she's a literal garbage disposal.
Either way,
Hey,
fair enough.
that's rude.
yeah. Either way, you're able to find at least a small one and just toss it to aggro, which just
She can
claps in their beak.
she can incinerate the leftover food we don't
Yeah,
use.
but that doesn't mean you need to call them a garbage disposal.
Guys. Anyways, as Fairy closes the door and starts, briefly goes over to the kitchen, Kumal and Dasher, as well as actually also Nox would at least hear this, all of you guys would hear a bit of a loud, like, crack or a loud popping noise. Somewhere to the north. And
Oh, what now?
presumably, Dasher, you turn around to look in the direction.
Does this sound like a gunshot?
Roll Arcana?
I'm pretty sure Dasher would know what a gunshot sounds like.
It sound still for the roll Arcana. Roll Arcana. Sounds kind of like a gunshot, but not quite. It sounded like some type of, like, you know, sudden burst of sound. Nonetheless, as you turn to look in the direction of where the sound was, you actually see basically looks like two figures kind of drop down. Basically, kind of both hands going to straighten themselves in the grass as two draconic figures briefly just kind of like drop from presumably falling from midair and then just, you know, standing up straight.
In the courtyard?
Just outside the courtyard, like about around here.
Dasher
Okay.
Dasher tries to calm himself and starts breathing.
Okay. Are we interrupting something?
Depends
as-
on what you're here for.
To whom am I speaking to? As at this point, as they're getting a bit closer to the building, which there are torches periodically dotted around. As it's getting closer and closer, like there's only a few bits of sunlight left on the horizon. It's getting very late into dusk. As looking forward, you see both of these figures. If I can
It's rude
grab-
not to introduce yourself first.
Do I recognize these Dragonborn figures? They're not
You
part of
do
the caravan,
not.
correct?
Yeah. The first one, which is the one that originally spoke, which looks to actually be a feminine cobalt dragonborn figure, with blue metallic sheen to their scales. Turns out, I am. Oh, if I can grab their full name. Kovguhar Shishin Nialheth Ushibith. I believe we are looking for one. I believe the name we were given was Dasher.
That would be me.
Are they
And
still approaching?
Yeah, and looking forward, you see the first one is this individual.
I'm gonna hold up a hand and make a show that I'm clearly about to cast something, and tell them that they need to stop.
She looks back up at that, noticing that, and just stops briefly but nods.
Do I even know who? Do I
You're-
see this as well?
You're in the kitchen right now.
Oh, I thought.
No,
I grabbed.
you're in the kitchen
I grabbed
stealing-
it and I
Yeah,
gave it,
you-
and
yeah,
then I went
basically,
upstairs
yeah.
to go.
I'll say by this point you'd be coming up the stairs. But yeah.
Oh.
She
Also,
looks-
I actually need Farron to make a sleight of hand check, just to make
Alright.
sure that just to make sure that he puts things back where they were.
It's. I would say not right now.
I just want to know, would Dasher notice things are out of place?
I'll,
There's my
Do it
sleight of
later.
hand 12.
either
Oh,
way.
well, there's my roll.
Would Dasher or myself recognize the name or know the person?
I mean, recognizing Kovgulhar is basically Cobalt, you know, off the bat. Shishin? Let me actually grab that.
Well, I guess less the definition, which I'm more than happy to get, but also just would we recognize like them as a person?
The name itself, you do not recognize.
Okay.
Which Shishin roughly translates to basically like the mind or the brain. Nonetheless, yeah, and she, the woman looks up, seeing that spell. Lower your hands. We have come in peace. We are here. We are with the Worm Watchers. I believe you know us as.
History
here to-
check?
We are here to help Dasha.
I was informed about one of you coming. Wasn't
Well-
informed about two.
Well, I am here to aid you in spiritual matters. There is a curse afflicting your mind, and I am here to help in treating that. As for any physical training, as she just gestures behind her, to see a much thinner but also noticeably taller, gold dragonborn woman. As she just she seems a bit more like. She kind of has her arms behind her back before just giving like a bit of like a quick like excited wave. Greetings! I am Orake Thernesh Rashibis. And looking forward, you also see this individual.
Holy shit.
Those wings, though.
Yeah, she's got the like large kind of like more of like a
Big
large
old
like
bits.
frill, kind of like connecting from like connecting from the shoulder blades to nearly to the top of the skull. She
It's
is
nice to meet you both.
He should be up there by now.
She is also a monk similar to your ilk. However, for her it required training, compared to you, who seems to have a innate connection, from what I have heard from the report.
Gifted by the gods, it seems.
Well, that's
His eyes are currently like the streaks are like Jedi, while his eyes are actually of emerald color.
She nods accordingly. Well, as much as I wish to believe what you are saying is true, I would like to discern this for myself. But that will take time. That is not for tonight. May I step closer now? As she looks up to Nox. I have no weapons on me, though I am capable of magic, if you must know.
If I may, thinking back, do either of them look like people he had previously killed, or are those memories slowly fading?
They're fading at this point. Also, for the Gold Dragonborn woman, Orake, this will take a history check.
May I make an insight check on these two before
Nope.
I lower a hand?
That's a 4.
Absolutely, if you want to roll insight.
Okay.
That is
Am I
a
up
4 on
the
history.
balcony? Or on with Nox yet, or no?
I'll say at this point you're on the balcony, yes.
Alright, now I see this.
Yeah,
Is this
Kumal
check
can
applicable
also...
to me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kumal, you can also make a history check.
Can I make a check to know what the other person's class is? Not the monk.
That
Not
would
the
be
Dragonborn monk.
Investigation. God, there's a lot of rolls
Investigation?
right now.
I don't know, they both seem
Um,
like monks to me. Just one's in skimpy clothing for some reason.
Hush.
15.
So, to go down the list, first the history checks. Dasher, unfortunately you weren't as keen on this part of history.
Yeah.
So you weren't really paying much
School didn't
attention
teach
to
you on this.
Human history is more my forte,
it, ironically enough.
for some strange reason.
14, Orike, which first off, Orich is gold, and K, or Kei, at the last part of the term, it roughly translates basically to sword.
Okay.
And you would know that Orike was the clan name of one of the previous dynasties during the Kalmuka dynasty.
Like a dead dynasty, or still somewhat active?
The Kalmuka dynasty was the monarchy that persisted for generations. However, different emperors, or should I say different sultans, had taken up different clan names for depending on different generations. Orike was one of those clans.
So would she still be kind of classified as quote-unquote royalty?
In a manner, the gravitas of the term is certainly degraded ever since the fall of the monarchy, but it certainly, to a manner of speaking, yes.
It's like less power, more respect. Got it.
Oh, Your
Mhm.
Majesty.
You just watch as the frills just kind of like droop at that. Please.
That
don't
was
call
out of
me-
character.
Oh, okay.
Kuma would
Like
give
the-
just a subtle bow, though.
As she looks at that. No, there's no need. Don't need to do that. You can it's fine. As she just kind of gets flustered up a bit.
Why are you bowing?
Later problem.
I suppose this
No.
fellow here recognizes that of previous royalty and of ancestors from before.
What does
as
my
a-
insight give me?
With the 21, the Cobalt Dragonborn, oh my god, trying to remember his name. Nialheth, she seems fairly, definitely reminds you a bit of, the other Dragonborn, the other Worm Watcher that came, Dolftesh. A bit more sterner, a bit more, well, I guess the stern is right, but definitely a bit more just kind of like down to business and down to earth. And for all intents and purposes, looking at them, they don't seem. It seems like this is a mission or a job, of course, that they were sent out here to do, that they intend to accomplish. But the goal seems to be to help Dasher. It's not fully just like remorseless. you
Yeah.
know.
I guess my question is, with the insight, is do I believe them? Like, do I believe that that's why they're there?
Yeah. That you believe that is their mission. That is what they believe that they are doing.
I
will lower my hand, pick up Navenna on her pillow, and start making my way downstairs.
Okay.
Well, if I'm in the presence of former royalty, he has his brow furrowed a little bit, like he hates formal introductions. My name is Mazdicthian Drago Blazier Audex. Crap. I can't.
I'm sorry. I know
You
You
you're
got this. You
comic-
got this. You got
Yeah,
this.
it's very. There's a
You're
lot.
mumbling.
It's the last word.
It is.
You got this.
It is to help. Yeah, it is Mazdakathen Degro.
Masakathen Degro
Blazier
Blazier
Odechis.
Odechis.
Yes.
Odehes.
Or Odehes. Odehes.
Odehes.
Technically, but it's whatever.
Odehes.
Either or works. Actually, we're gonna roll a history check.
First, they're making fucking history checks now.
They give
I'm
him
gonna
a
go
weird
rest
look
this
for
food
saying
real
his
fast.
name.
I shall return.
Just,
Cannot say I am familiar with your clan. This is Nialheth perking up. But your ancestry and your community and your lineage is not of import right now. But for now, as much as I would like to move straight to business, you seem tense. Did something happen?
A fight between two team members. One almost got gravely injured.
Well, I shall ask no further. That is not my business to intrude. Unless they are going to be a hindrance to your healing, then I shall ask no
They
further.
both need discipline, and one is volunteered to help with training.
Thurnesh just kind of like her eyes just kind of lighten up as she turns to look at Nialheth, just like holding both her fists up, like, oh, can we? As Nialheth just kind of rolls her eyes a bit. Well, if they are offering to train, We are willing to help. As Thurnesh just kind of fist bumps. Yes! Thurnesh,
Kumal, you see that very.
Oh, yeah.
You see that intense aura whenever someone mentions stretching to Dasher.
Does Farron's back shiver after hearing that?
I mean, that's up to you if you if you do or
Oh,
not.
it does. It definitely does.
But yeah, so
What does my 16 get after?
Oh yeah, my apologies. Looking at Nyalheth, and some of the paraphernalia they're actually carrying, Thurnesh, pretty safe bet. They're a monk, you know. Very little to inhibit movement, and also you can actually tell they also have a bow staff, currently on their back. Whereas Nyalheth, while they do technically have a quarterstaff on their person, you're pretty sure looking at them that they are actually a shaman.
What?
Yep.
Are you saying this? Wait, hold on. Who's the
Okay, Thurnesh, the Gold Dragonborn, is a monk. Nyalheth, unfortunately their names are somewhat similar, the Cobalt Dragonborn is a shaman.
Of course, it's the Cobalt one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that unlocks a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm headed downstairs, I want to touch Farron and tell him that we'll talk later and cast Cure Wounds on him as I'm passing by.
How much do I heal?
9.
9? Awesome. 18 HP.
Okay, so, it's Nyalheth and Thurnesh break up. Is there a place for us to sleep during the night, or must we provide our own accommodations?
Fuck.
I believe the rooms are full, but we can make
Do
some
I
more.
hear this question?
Uh,
Like, am I close enough to downstairs to hear it?
I'll say you can be behind the
Isn't
door
there, like-
here.
Isn't there like one above game? Is there like only one guest room?
I think with all the staff that you hired, technically all of the unless you have people double bunk, those are all the rooms full.
You can have my room for the night.
No, so I should
wouldn't-
probably repay my dues with you sharing my room. Or you could just
We
take
can
it.
talk about this later. But you can have my room for the night. Please
I
get
would
some
not-
rest.
I would not ask of you to give such a thing.
No, it is no inconvenience. I would much rather speak with you after you have rested. When I say that, I'm gonna turn and look at Elenia.
Okay. She looks a bit expectantly, but also just kind of confused. Everything's happened. Like the other 4 members just sitting at the main table here. Like during the fight, they were kind of looking on for a minute before they just kind of slowly went back to eating, like trying to half ignore it. Meanwhile, Elenia was just kind of like quietly sitting there, just kind of finishing up the rest of her meal, just like not sure what's going on, but still just kind of like. You could you could definitely tell looking at her. She's like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just here eating my meal." But you can tell she's definitely listening in.
Oh, I know she is.
Mm-hmm. And as you look at her, she kind of just like perks up. Oh, yes.
I don't say anything. I just glance over at her and like go back to the conversation.
Return the is I have done.
Roll charisma.
Dasher turns towards where Farron landed.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any supplies that were damaged?
The only things over there really is firewood, which I mean, burning that you normally burn that anyways.
We have more smaller kindling now. Great. Wonderful.
Yeah, like nothing major was seriously damaged, and also even like
Right.
looking at the impact into the wall, like If anything, it would mean it's only just kind of scuffed a little bit. No, there's no like serious it's not impacted like deep into the wall. St. Looney Tunes logic.
Right.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, the damage
Just a
is
fair
minimal.
in size, just a fair in size silhouette in the firewood.
Kind of.
Would make sense.
Mhm. Yeah, and as Nielhath just kind of like perks up, I
The
will not
crow
disturb
floating
any
over
of your
Farron's shoulder
belongings.
disappears.
You both were talking at once.
Oh yeah, sorry. Gal, what did you say?
The crow that was floating over Farron's shoulder disappears.
And slowly disappears into more of like a greenish kind of energy.
What the fuck? When the hell did that happen?
During the punch
During the
with
battle.
when the first favorite foe came in. Nonetheless,
Can I hand Nevena off to Kumal?
I'll allow it. Yeah, you just kind of like this pillow's been passing back and forth all over this fucking building. Yeah, as you just pass over the pillow with Nevena just firmly butt planted on it, over to Kumal.
Thank you.
I trust you all to show them to my room. I have somebody I need to find. And I am going to walk off towards wherever Gal went.
Okay. In that case, Nielhath will perk up. So whose abode shall I be staying in, and whose shall Thurnesh be with?
I can offer up my room, that's fine.
I was about to offer up mine. I don't need much when it comes to sleeping.
You just offer up Gal's room while he's not there.
I don't want-
Typhoon would
I don't
not
want-
approve.
I don't
Everyone's
want
moving
Gal.
out
In
anyway.
Typhoon's room?
I don't want Gal destroying everything in the whole entire building. All I need is a fire to my buck, and I'm good.
She just kind of sighs at everyone mentioning, I shall simply sleep here in the dining hall. There is no need.
I mean, they're
As,
both
she-
welcome to share mine if they wanted, but if they don't want to, then that's fine.
Mhm. Yeah, at this point, after hearing everyone question, they're just like, I'll just sleep here.
It is
Yeah.
fine, I insist.
Which of you is the quietest?
That would be me.
Points to Kumal.
Then I shall take residence with you for this night.
Alright.
As Thurnesh just kind of perks up. I could sleep anywhere. I don't care who. I don't. It doesn't really matter how noisy you are. I'm a pretty sound sleeper.
I want to make it clear because I don't feel like they fully understand. I'm offering up my room, like I'm not going to be staying there.
Yeah, I guess I guess I'll just take the elf's room. I guess. Which one is that up the stairs?
I can take you.
That
That's
would be
fine.
the one across from mine, at the
Okay.
end.
Okay, then I'll just follow you and Nielith, I guess. Yeah. Alright. So as just Nielith just softly nods, lead their way. As I presume everyone just basically heads back up to their rooms. And
Yeah.
as need be.
As Dasher's eyes are fading back to their normal colors.
Okay. Alright, and I'll say in that case,
Which
where
is it- which
Gal-
Which
Yeah,
isn't
that-
much of a shade difference.
Mhm.
Like, his eyes are just blue again.
Still, nonetheless, going over to Gal. Where did Gal go after the fight?
Find this token.
How far is the big river from the outpost?
The big river? It's a pretty long walk.
And then you just be at that little stream going through the valley.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of make your way down, almost into the Spellwood Grove. Not too far away from not too far away from oh god, I forget which name we're calling the
I
Graven
think
now.
I remember Surrogate was passed around, but I think the majority of the group was like, "Oh, Avi's really cool."
Avi? Or Avi.
Avi.
That's it. Avi. Okay, so yeah, it's not too far away from Avi's nest, but it's like not directly next to it. And for a
Yeah,
brief moment, you
how-
do see the head perk up, like the brief kind of glint of the predatory eyes in the moonlight before they kind of lock with yours and just go back into their nest, seemingly acknowledging your presence.
How deep is this stream?
It's not really super deep. It's only maybe like about not even half a foot.
Well, he's just gonna like
It's enough to like basically
find-
get a handful of water and something to splash your face.
he's gonna like find the deepest spot he can get, take off like his armor, his coat, and then just fucking lay in the stream.
Okay.
And let the armor of Agathis just kind of fade away.
Yeah, the magic slowly just kind of some of it starts to fragment and crumble off, kind of forming like small ice flows, kind of traveling downstream before they just kind of dissolve into purple smoke. And as you're just kind of laying there for a brief moment, just kind of taking in the cool water rushing down your back, as much as you can't really fit your entire body in here, like your arms and legs are kind of like sticking out. You do feel something kind of like colder and wet poking against your hand.
He looks up at it.
Excuse me? And looking over, you see... how do I describe this? Not exactly sure what you're...
describe this NPC.
Yeah, you're not exactly sure what you're looking at. It looks to be about a almost 2.5 feet tall. It looks to be a small creature, almost like gnome-sized. That's like a bright pink, almost a kind of salamander-ish kind of look. But also has these like frilly things kind of going off to the side of its face, and also has like a really long kind of finned tail, just kind of like dragging along the ground. And it also seems to be wearing some sort of like very simple kind of like clothes or robes. Excuse me?
Hello there.
Hi. Are you from that the building up on the hill there? Are you she briefly pulls out like it looks like either a leaf, like a booklet made out of like leaves or something, just kind of flipping through. Adventurers.
Yes.
Oh, splendid. My name is. Oh, no, I can't say that. You can call me Plorp.
All right.
And
Like
also
what this is
for
going.
reference for us now, here's what Plorp looks like.
Gal has the.
Oh my god.
Am I going insane? Look on his face. It's like
I
what the
love Plorp.
fuck is
It's an
happening?
Exie!
Oh, so we're gonna die for this guy, right? Or this person, we don't know.
We're gonna
Yeah.
die because of this person, not die for this person.
Yeah,
Nope, it's
like
for it.
Like the tail, like dragging along, kind of through the mud. It's like there's like sticks and whatnot, kind of just they're like just kind of grass like sticking to it. It's easily like 2 or 3 times the length of the actual of Plorp's actual height. Yes, perfect. So hello, you can call me Plorp. Are you the reader of the adventurers? I hope it's, huh?
I love him.
Gal's like, am I having a stroke?
It's now a bad time.
Checks his
You
heart.
seemed I must admit you didn't seem really a bit red, a bit angry when I came up, but you're the first person I've really met out here, and I didn't really want to disturb anyone. I wasn't sure if that was didn't want to please don't kill me.
If I was trying to, you would be dead by now.
Oh, well, that's reassuring. Hi?
I'm Gal.
Go! But you're, suppose I shouldn't question it. So yes, I need, help.
Alright.
Though I suppose... Oh dear, it is, wait, it is nighttime around here, I suppose. Are you nocturnal? Do you stay up during the night, or do you sleep?
And it shrugs.
Okay. Are there others I should talk to, or do you want me to leave you alone? Should I make a mistake?
Point in the direction of where it came from. Just go that way. You'll find it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Is there a word or a password I need to say, or something I need to say so they don't shoot me, or is that another thing, or is there something I need to do?
Don't make any sudden movements.
Oh, okay. Well, good night. Have a good sleep. As Plorp just kind of starts waddling their way up up towards the direction of the Adventure Center, and Nox, as you're just kind of taking your moment to look around, seeing them come out the door, seeing just kind of going out the front door and looking out into the wilderness below. And you start making your way down the hill before eventually you hear just the faint sound of just like something wet just kind of just like making their way along.
Incredible.
I assume I would see them with my dark vision.
Yeah, with the 300 feet of dark vision, eventually. Wait, what the hell?
What?
No, no. Nox just looking over. You are looking over to see something you have never seen before. It is, as I described before, looks like a large pink salamander thing.
I mean, would Nox actually be surprised? I doubt it.
I don't know if they'd be surprised, but they definitely probably wouldn't have seen this. You would never have seen this before.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Are you one of the readers of the adventurers?
Readers?
Oh dear, is that the actual word? Hang on. She starts flipping, once again, like flipping through a little, like, bound kind of flip book. Oh! Sorry, I read that wrong. Leaders!
Leader? I wouldn't say so. Is that who you're looking for?
Oh, yes. I'm looking for adventurers, who can, help. I did see another, big, tall person who, they smelled very angry. So I did talk to them, and luckily they didn't kill me, which is nice. Hopefully they're very friendly then. But they told me to go this direction, and I did, and then I found you, and then I said hi, and now we're here.
Thank you for the recap. You're headed in the
Anytime.
right direction.
Oh.
Leaders, however, it's more of a group effort, I would say.
Oh,
I would say
okay.
make your way to that building, and I'll fetch our angry friend. We'll meet you there shortly.
Okay. Just letting you know, he still smells really angry, so he probably should wash off some of that more.
Do you mind
Okay, bye.
pointing me in the direction in which you saw him?
Oh, it was just down there, by the mushroom. Take a left over there. There was an acorn, and then it just tells you the direction.
Can I make an insight check on her?
You can make an insight, but also you're not really sure what exactly they either are or identify as.
Yeah,
What's
that's why I'm
going
like, can I
on
make an
down there?
insight check and see if, like, they're... I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Hmm.
Vibe
Nope.
check.
Don't know. Still don't know.
Vibe check failed.
Vibe check not getting anything off of this one.
Fuck if you know.
Vibe.exe has stopped working.
Can I ask your name?
Oh, you can call me Plorp.
Nice to meet you, Plop. Nox.
Nice to meet you.
Nox Druva.
Whew. Nice to pleased to make your acquaintance. I believe that's the phrase. Hope I said that right. Oh yeah, I'll let you go take care of tall, angry person. Bye! Once again, they start waddling their way up, making their way up the stairs.
The day is one
Yeah.
weird fucking day.
Yeah, their tail is just kind of like lightly, like kind of wetly slapping against the stairs, as it seems to be just dragging behind them as they make their way up.
I should go find Gil.
Okay. Yep. And as weird as the descriptions they had given, basing it off of mushrooms and acorns of weird shapes, kind of taking you in a bit of a weird, kind of squiggly kind of direction. Eventually, you make your way down to the smaller-ish creek, closer-ish to Avi's nest, and you see Gal they're still fully clothed, I believe.
No, he's shirtless.
Okay, alright, yeah, just shirtless, basically just kind of like laying in the creek. As just letting the water just kind of like rush over, just kind of down their back.
He's taking his chill pill.
Mm-hmm.
Does he hear me approach,
I'll say
or
so.
are you
Why?
distracted?
I'll say with your high enough passive you do.
Okay, cool.
If you're another fucking rage hallucination, I don't want any fucking part of it.
I didn't realize you had rage hallucinations.
Oh, it's you.
Don't sound so excited.
What are you gonna do? Want to cast Hold Purse on me again?
I came to apologize. I didn't mean to instigate anything. I realized that my joke didn't take as such for some. Also, I stole some of the pork beforehand, so I came for a bopping.
You know what? I'm not in the mood.
Understandable. I just thought I'd fess up to it. I'll reach out a hand if you want to take it. If not, that's perfectly perfectly fine.
I'm just gonna stay here for a bit.
Understandable. Mind company.
Well, I can't really stop you,
You could.
but I don't feel like it.
I'm just gonna lay on the ground and stare up at the sky for a while.
Okay. And as you guys both just kind of stare up into the stars through the canopy of the trees above you, the soft purple hues of the leaves, which are actually somewhat faintly glowing and giving a very small amount of lighting into the, and just to meld kind of with the stars and the galaxy above. We pan on back over to the adventures. Oh, no, if you have something else to do.
Weirdly enough, I just got done seeing a fucking salamander thing.
So did I.
Oh, so that wasn't a hallucination.
Could have been a group one.
Speaking of, for the party back at the Adventurers Center, it's less of a hard knocking and more of just kind of a soft like.
Nobody hear that? Am I the only one that heard that?
A soft what?
I don't know if that's coming up on the mic or not.
No,
It's
I
not.
barely
I
hear
heard
it
it
don't
the
worry,
first
don't worry.
time. It was beautiful.
Okay.
I
Is-
think Farron is still up healing.
Do you
But
really have
if-
mice?
Okay, that I heard.
What the hell is that?
But it's also a bit like
Uh,
kind of wet, so it's a.
Ugh.
Where
Can I
is
see
it
through
coming?
Tycoon's eyes?
Also, yeah, you can
Where-
close your eyes for a moment, and for a brief moment, it takes a minute before you're just kind of sensing through Tycoon's senses, which you realize technically they don't really have eyes, but like they're still kind of like sensing the area around them. It's weird. Everything is
Yeah,
kind
you'll
of
have
Uh,
to research on that.
yeah, everything's
Dasher
kind
would
of
have
like
actually-
monochrome in a manner of speaking.
Dasher would have been in the kitchen, and he would he have heard that with that 15?
With the 15, you might have heard some of the commotion, like, in the dining room of, like, someone hear something? But, like, you wouldn't
May
have
I
heard it
roll a
yourself.
perception check?
Sure.
Roger, am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure I'm hearing something.
14.
Not you.
14. Through Navena's, sense... Not through Navena's senses. Through, Tycoon's senses, you can kind of pick up, at least on the vibration, on the subtle vibrations and the sound coming from, the doorway. Though it is somewhat faint. As Tycoon just kind of, like, makes their way in that
Hovers.
direction. Yeah, they just kind of hover over. Just kind of, like, hovering in front of it. And they themselves just kind of dunk thud against the door.
No, what is he doing? What?
Are you having fun? Dasher opens the door.
Is anyone home?
What do I
Dasher,
see
open the
as I
door.
open the door? Yeah, I'm opening the door.
Hello? Yep, you open it, and it is, as I described before, this small, almost like 2.5 feet tall, salamander axolotl looking thing with a very long tail.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Are you one of the leaders of the adventurers, here?
I look towards the rest of the people at the table.
And it's just Averos, like them are just kind of talking amongst themselves and looking over the it looks like Averos is kind of looking over at the door, just kind of looking like mouthing like what's going on, or what is it?
We have someone looking for. Look, we have someone here looking for someone in charge.
Oh, suppose that would be all four of us, but me. As at that point, TL speaks up. I believe I'm the one with public relations, so I do suppose I would be the one to make the first contact. Sorry, not
Gestures
Tiala.
towards-
Not Tiala, Alenia. Alenia perks up. I suppose I would be the one to facilitate such things.
Gestures towards the axolotl.
As Alenia looks over to see, looking at Plorp, she just like bolts around the table and makes her way over to the doorway.
No. You are not going.
She goes past you unless you stop her.
Yeah, no, he would try to stop.
Okay.
You
What's
were not.
Tycoon
You were
feeling
not going to
about
pick
this?
them up and hug them like a plushie.
Oh,
How's
but
Tycoon
they're so
feeling right
adorable! She's like you imagine just hold out an arm to just kind of like clothesline her.
No.
She's reaching her arms out like gimme.
No.
As Plorp just looks on like a bit of just a so he's just like looking really confused, just like hello. It's like, oh my god, their voice. I must resist the urge. Must resist. Deep breaths. Okay.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Yes. Okay. Oh. Hello there, sir, and/or madam, and/or whatever you wish to identify as. Plorp. That's adorable. Plorp.
Do you have any pronouns besides your name? I'm
What's
assuming
a pronoun?
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Can Tycoon wave hello and offer a hand?
Yeah, they just kind of offer
Sure.
up a earthen hand, where they're just like, oh, you're made of mud. She has just to hold out another hand to shake it.
Tycoon just blinks.
Yes. So, You are a Lotolite. If I remember the reports correctly, as Plorp took the purpose. They already know. Do they're supposed to know? So as at this point, Plorp just kind of pulls out a little flip book and quickly starts going through. Okay, no, this is good. As they close it again and pocket it away. Yes, hello. Are you the leader of the adventurers? As Alenia just kind of perks up. I suppose that's not a false statement, but I don't know if it's necessarily true either. As Plorp just kind of sighs. Oh.
There, for the most part, from my understanding, there's shared responsibility from, like, what, 5 different parties, if you include the actual adventuring party as one of those parties.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to talk to so many people. At this point, she just got.
Which one of us does intake for the actual adventurers?
I mean, this is your adventure center. That would have to be amongst yourselves, technically. We pay you, we don't lead you.
Kumo, I'm not good at negotiating.
I noticed.
Just get over here.
Midnight snack for later.
Okay. Yeah. As you make your way
Also,
over...
what time is it?
It's like 10 p.m.
Oh god, Dasher needs to go to bed soon.
Yeah. And I'll say for this, Akumo, you immediately recognize exactly what creature is currently flopped on the in the dirt in front of the doors, but nonetheless, this is a lot of lights.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go back to the kitchen to finish cleaning up.
As at this point, as Dasher walks away, Alenia just slowly creeps over to Kumo. You wouldn't stop me if I go to hug them, would you?
I might.
If you're listening through your friend, Farron, I know that you took some snacks.
With a stuffed mouth. And
You might at least want to ask first.
Technically, Tycoon can't really speak,
fair.
but
It does it in
I'm shouting down
binary.
the hallway out of here.
Oh, not binary.
Dasher just smiles as he goes to the dishes.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, fine. So, no, Tiala's gonna have a field day trying to talk with you. As I put to about what? As at this point, Tiala perks up.
No.
And
no.
also immediately comes up next to
Alenia,
Alenia.
disruption. Alenia, disruption, quick.
Sister, calm down. Kids, calm down. As at this point, she just also kind of stamps her feet. But it's like, yes, I know. It's very adorable, and also it's a lot of light, and probably knows much more about the Feywild and other such creatures than we could even possibly even ask about. But we need to be respectful.
Go pet Nevena. It's fine.
Tiala just looks up. Nevena's whatever.
Wow.
Damn, cold.
Can I roll perception to hear the slander?
All right, where's my fireball?
No.
Oh,
You know,
damn.
Kumo,
I know, it's
Kumo
through the-
roll insight.
It's hard. It's gonna be a hard perception,
Alright.
but I want to roll it.
Kumo, roll it.
Oof.
What'd you roll?
27.
Actually, on fair and roll, I'll say for this would be an insight rather than perception.
Insight on it. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Where is it?
I'm gonna murder this woman.
17.
17.
Is she jealous?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Farron writes a letter, and then just puts it under the door of Kumal, and it's like, I have an idea, and it involves Nevena and making the sisters jealous.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I'm assuming I have
Tiala just
no
perks up.
idea.
I believe there are more important matters to attend to right now, Kumal. First and foremost, greetings. What was your name? Plorp. Oh, Plorp. What was it that you wished of us? Oh, yes. My quest. Hang on. Just quickly start looking through the list. I was supposed to go to talk to a group of people. And I was told that there were people here that could, people here to escort.
Sounds good so far.
I believe that would be your purview, Kumo, along with your compatriots.
Of course.
It's oh god, gods, I believe the word. Like you can tell, that's why Plorp is getting like really nervous.
Plorp, is it right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you take a seat? We can get you some food, yeah, and we can talk about this over something.
Okay. Yeah, Plorp just kind of like like trying to reach up to climb up onto the bar stool. Can I? Like Alenia like immediately just can I please?
No.
She gives
yes.
She gives a scorn a scornful, disapproving look. Like, come the fuck on, man.
Maybe later.
Yeah, so they just slowly manage to pull themselves up onto the stool.
Alright. As I'm assuming Roderick would come by and help out and stuff like that.
Yeah, at this point, Roderick, most of the bar is like cleaned up at this point, but he just comes over. What do you want to drink? As Plorp just kind of ponders for a minute. Do you have any sunshine? As Roderick just kind of picks up. I don't think
I
we got
cough
that.
rainbows.
He kind of picks up. I don't think we have that kind of not familiar with that kind of drink or cocktail. And picks up. No. So what you gotta do is you know the sunshine when it goes on the water. You take a cup of that and then you drink it. It tastes really good. As Roderick just cocks an eyebrow, like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Maybe just water for now.
We got plenty of that. So he just goes over, basically just pours from a barrel, just slides it over. Oh, thank you. And he just starts gulping. Hello? What can I call you? Blue lizard person?
Oh, that's a very tricky question to answer.
What do you what do you want me to call you?
Why don't we just start with Cerulean for now?
Ooh, pretty.
Anyways, you said you're here for a quest, correct?
Oh, yes. I can offer payment. Hang on, where's the and he just pulls out a golden egg and sets it down on the table.
What the fuck?
You mind if
From one of our best geese.
You mind if I look at that real quick?
Sure.
Just investigate the fuck out of that.
Sure, roll,
Just how many carrots we talking?
a 14. You take a moment, you just kind of tap on it briefly with your talon. There's a bit of a tink metal, tang. That's metal. That is an actual, honest to gods above, golden egg?
Is it solid?
With a 14, it seems to be. It sounds at least either hollow or it's something like it's not solid gold. Like there's either something in it or it's just like the exterior is gold or something.
Okay, just putting it back gently.
Yeah, it's about the size of goose egg.
Yeah, pretty big.
Mm-hmm. Yes. There are these people, that call themselves, they really like circles, apparently. And because they also another part of the word has something involving a really big circle. Oh yeah, what was it?
New Dawn?
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting.
I've been
Okay.
told I need to contact them.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Cool.
Okay. And you just need to contact them.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask about what?
That is a good question.
I see.
Hey, Nature.
Yes.
I think the stream might be frozen somewhat because Dasher's no longer in the kitchen, and it's showing him in the kitchen on Twitch.
Oh.
There we go. Never mind.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
It just
sorry,
updated.
there we go. Yeah, sorry. I had to
Rubber
check
band.
check something else.
It took like 10 minutes, but we're fine now.
That's weird. I was on that. I have it on the streams tab, so it should be. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, Dasher's been out of the kitchen for 10 minutes and in his room, trying to sleep.
That might be something with RPGX. Maybe I have to double check that later. Anyways, but yeah, because apparently there's something from them that needs to be done. I don't remember what.
I see.
Honestly, didn't think I'd get this far. I nearly got eaten when I got here
Did you?
by like 3 things.
Well, that's horrible.
One of them had wings. The other was a really big, angry toad that looked sick. Which I hope I can also help him make him feel better when he isn't trying to eat me. Which I might. Oh no, I only have the egg. I can get payment for that too. And there was a thing with wings that was big and scary and had teeth. Managed to hide from that in the water. And I don't remember what the third thing was. And now I'm here.
Angry man.
Well, that's good. Well, let's say it is late right now, so I believe everybody's asleep.
Oh,
what I
right,
can
you
do
need to
is-
sleep.
Yes, unfortunately, most of us still need to sleep.
Okay. That's fair.
If
I can probably also do the sleeping. Is there like a pond or a thing of water I can sleep in?
There is a well.
There's a hot
That
spring.
might work.
That's not a thing yet. Can I? How big is this well? And how well is it?
It's a very swell well.
I hope we can be friends.
Maybe.
Thank you.
It's not much of a talker.
I can respect that.
Okay. Well, if you're fine with staying the night, hopefully that works for you. Otherwise, we might be able to make some accommodation.
It's okay. I can also dig a hole. If I need to.
Reasonable. All right. Well, I'll discuss this with everybody in the morning, and I will let you know. I don't think this should be a problem, though.
Okay.
All right. Nice to meet you, Plart.
Nice to meet you. Cerulean.
That's right.
Okay. Bye. And then just slip. Wait. Where's the well?
Oh, if you go out the other door down the way, it'll be in the middle of the...
Okay.
Dirt.
and they go to reach up, grabbing at the doorknob and slowly manage to turn it before they manage to get it open and then go close it behind them.
Now, I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not. I
I
hope they don't get stuck.
if nothing else, there's a bucket. We'll probably be fine. Unless they get really deep down there. But
I've
nonetheless,
never had to fish up a client before.
he was so adorable. And then it's like, I know, I just really wanted to pinch his cheeks. And they just start like
Just in the
gathering amongst
background.
themselves. Yeah.
We hear
Weirdly enough,
slight yelling
Kumal
and
starts gushing for very different reasons. Just, he's part of the Fae, he's part of the Fae, we can talk to him about the
Oh,
Feywild.
Taylor perks up. Oh, I know, there's so many questions we could talk to him about, but there's just also really adorable. As at this point, Aberos and the others are just kind of looking on at this conversation as
Navenna
they-
stares at the golden egg with competition. That's good.
no, yeah, the Baroness just went, should we? And then,
Time to
and then
devour.
Aberos just like, leave them. They'll get it out of their system. We should probably be heading out. We should probably getting back to the encampment soon. It's getting late. As well.
They said they eat sunlight? That's so weird, right?
I know. Like, is it actually sunlight or is it an enchantment process or is it something else?
I think it's like photosynthesis, but like it sounds like you actually drink it. It's so strange.
Is he?
Does it have
not?
vertebrae though?
Are they?
Usher, not down here.
Yeah, you're not there.
I know.
Yeah. Nonetheless, as the cutscenes continue on, and eventually, Aperos and the other two manage to drag Tiala and Elenia out of the building to actually go back to the colony.
Bye,
Uh,
guys.
Farewell. This isn't over.
Absolutely not. We have at least 3 more hours of conversation.
So
Huzzah!
Lenia leaves before I get back.
Mm-hmm. You might be. Actually, there's a moment where
So
they're
she
gonna try
didn't catch my glance.
Yeah, I'll probably say with the direction they're going, the elves would basically pass Nox and Gal on their way back.
Gal would have asked if they had had any other unexpected visitors, because fucking, of course they probably did.
Well, apparently Dasha had introductions with 2 Dragonborn. That are not part of our caravan, or part of our colony. Seemingly they teleported in by the looks of it. But outside of
are they,
that,
like-
we'd have to talk with them about it.
Oh, alright.
But for now, we need to get some rest, and these two need to stop bickering amongst themselves. As both of them are both just kind of just kind of idly conversing and clamoring back and forth before they eventually just clam up. Because, as I'm happy about how enthusiastic you are, but please, for our sanity, so we can actually go back and trance in peace. Before they just slowly nod. But then, as at this point, they're walking rather than being dragged. And Elenia
Wait a
looks
minute.
over.
Wait a minute, if they're not there, how are we gonna do the prank? Fuck.
Thank
Yeah.
Oh, well. Elenia kind of looks over to seeing Nox down there and just kind of gives like a bit of a soft wave. And kind of idles there for a minute before just saying, Elenia! It's like, oh, coming.
Before she leaves, I want to make my way towards her.
Oh, I'll catch up in just a moment. What was that?
Gal's
What
gonna
was
get
it,
out of the stream at
no?
this point.
Mm-hmm.
Elenia,
Yeah.
am I
yes.
wrong in assuming that your gift was a type of flotation?
You
Beet
see
red.
her. Yeah, you see her face turning from like, you know, the soft kind of lavender to a bit of a more of a deeper-ish violet. I suppose it could be translated that way. In the if you didn't like it, I can always ask for it to be refurbished or removed or did you want a different color?
There you go.
Or
Though it was forward, it got the point across.
oh, um,
So I would like to be a little forward myself. Instead of
oh?
inviting you back to my room, considering it is currently taken, as you know, maybe we talk back at yours.
I, so the shade of violet is getting progressively more and more brighter on their face, even in the moonlight and the soft glow of the spellwitch leaves.
Do I hear this?
I don't. At the very least, I don't know how quiet Nox is being, but you can definitely hear the reactions from Alenia.
If I am being too forward, please let me know.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's just I didn't expect this to work so well. I guess. Yes, absolutely. I'll have to pull out some of these spare blankets and cushions.
Did something happen?
Oh, it's
I'll
nothing really. It's
I'll see you
just...
back at the center in the morning, Gal.
Alright.
Tell the boys good night for me.
Alright. He's gonna grab up his stuff and he's gonna just head on back.
And I am going to follow Linnea. And, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll just say for the sake of this, is there anything else you want to talk or do with Alenia before we end up either moving on to the next morning or going on to Gal doing anything else before heading to bed, or?
Well, yeah. I think I'm just trying to get a feel for her in general, considering that she was, like, willing to hop in on some shenanigans because she understood that, like, it wasn't a vengeful action, that it was a joke, and like that she picked up on that and was willing to like hop on in, and like that she has a sense of humor and maybe I misjudged her kind of thing.
Okay, absolutely.
So I'm literally gonna like lay on the floor and be like the weirdest roommate ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
And she's just going to like lay on the floor and be like, so where you from? That kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
All the first date questions.
Yeah, because at this point you guys are basically in.
I just
one
picture
of the...
her like with her blankets all the way up to her chin, and she's like, well...
yeah, exactly. Like she's like wrapped up in all the blankets, and like she's surrounded by at least like 10 to 15 plushies.
I can see that.
Animals.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's at least also one like owlbear plush next to her. That she's
So I was not wrong. I was not wrong when I said like a plushie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But yeah. Yeah, Alenia, like, you guys are basically at, the sort of, like, a main central-ish, like, building in the still being constructed, basically a keep, for all intents and purposes. The main, like, quote-unquote building is done, and it looks like, so they're still, like, lighting in, like, decorations and details and whatnot for that. But, like, you know, the actual courtyard and the wall are, still being worked on. Alenia's room is... There's a lot.
I believe that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. There are various different, like, you see different, like, small gaudy little knickknacks, you see plushies, you see, you know, like, different quilts and blankets, you see, like, you actually do see, looks like posters or paintings of some kind of, looks like a tiefling woman, that's, like, is riding on the back of, like, some sort of giant, some sort of large reptilian two-legged creature.
I want to ask about that.
Oh, do you not know, Daniela Rexfang? Really big fan of her work and her music. I
haven't had much opportunities to listen to much music.
Oh. Well, I do technically have a scrying orb for one of the theaters she often frequents, if you ever want to listen sometime.
Do you ever play?
I'm a bard, of course, so there is that. I do prefer singing, personally, but I can also play. Also try it. Let me double check her instruments. I play both the well, it was less that I chose to play them, and more my mother had me tutored to train in them. Both the
I
harp
see.
as well as also the violin. She prefers her string instruments, apparently.
Do you enjoy playing them?
They're not bad, don't get me wrong, but I must admit I've at least been a bit more enamored recently by some of the more modern music. Of course, Daniela being one of them. And, some of the theatrics and performance that she does. I don't know 100% if I would ever actually get into that myself or not, if I don't end up getting the position instead of Tiala, but well, I don't know. At the very least, it's a hobby.
Would you play for me sometime? If you felt like it, that is.
Probably not tonight, but I.
That's on sometime, not tonight.
Mhm,
It's been a long time. I think I would enjoy music.
mhm. It's. Uh. Hmm. Admittedly, a lot of the music that I've learned, at least what I know well, was stuff I was, well, forced to learn, more so than something that's a personal passion. But so now that I'm actually out here having my own room for once, and of the however many years I was stuck bunking with Tiala, I might be able to acquisition some music sheets of something halfway decent that I'd be interested in learning, at least with what instruments I have. But, well, that's for future me to learn, I guess. But, yeah, that's been one of the big things. Other than, of course, busying myself with, tricks of the trades, if you want to get into that, and a little bit of, a bit of tomfoolery, I suppose some of the humans refer to it as we've got into that tonight. Though I suppose, unfortunately, that kind of went a bit more out of hand than I thought it would. But,
That makes two of us, but I appreciate your aid.
thank you. Happy at
And
least.
if you ever do feel like playing, I'll be around to listen.
I would be happy to have you. But
Thank you for letting me stay here this evening.
mhm.
I feel like I may have misjudged you.
I suppose I do. I'm sorry for what both Tiala and I did when we first met.
You have nothing to apologize for. Everyone makes
I do.
mistakes.
I di- I hmm. Tiala and I, the only people we ever really knew were us, mother, really, occasionally father, and the various tutors that we had been subjected to learn under. And the only real entertainment we could really get out of other than listening to long, boring conversations on the history of the elves and the wars of Moonlit Roots and the marriage between the Queen Tuvakasha and her Archdruid, blah 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 blah. Just, spending the time just having fun, pranking our tutors, something to at least something to get away from all the monotony of it all. It's nothing but studying and practice and more studying and practicing music and then going back to studying and then sleep. And then sometimes occasionally you get to eat in the middle if you have time and don't have too much homework. But it's Sorry for putting too much, but it's. So we don't really, as much as I have been taught how to talk with people, I haven't really talked to a lot of people.
That I can understand.
Hmm.
I think in
So-
hearing that, like, just throughout the night, like, and talking to her, because I mean, I think that's a good point as kind of like what
Yeah,
Nox
yeah,
is
yeah.
doing. But
Yeah. There's
I
any other
think
last minute
throughout the
questions, by
night,
all means, but yeah.
for the first time, she's just kind of like, she's just met a hottie toddy elf. Like
Mhm.
the arch nemesis
Mm-hmm.
of why she dislikes the majority of elves that are like very self-centered and very like do not in any way realize how big the world is and like how much in their lifespan that they could do for it. It's all about like their own hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
And she's meeting somebody that's like that. She doesn't hate.
Mm-hmm.
That has a sense of humor and is like trying to expand her horizons and like learn the world that they've been sheltered to. And for the first time, she's like, you know what? I want to get to know this person and see if my bias is founded, kind of thing. And
Understood.
that's what she does.
Yeah. At this point, Elenia just kind of like picks up. Well, I suppose at some point we should probably get to rest. Oh right, you. I forgot you actually don't trance. You sleep because you're
Live
half-elf,
like a
right?
normal human. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Thank my father for that one.
Figures. But yeah, I'll suppose I'll just leave you to that while I get to trancing.
Good night, Elenia.
Good. Good night. Roll an insight check.
Uh-oh.
Marvel Weewa.
This is gonna be a nat 1. I can feel it in my bones. It's not working. Oh, there. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh
sorry.
shit!
Oh no!
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see how bad.
Do you want me to give you inspiration to make it bad? I'm just kidding.
I will use one of my own inspiration points.
I'll say for this
Oh,
because
shit!
I'm nice. That would make it a
Uh-huh.
25.
Oh, okay. I was gonna roll again, but I'll take that.
Mm-hmm. For this point.
No, I'll just take the 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, she because she also even though she is an eloquence bard, she still rolled low. She, you can tell there are thoughts running through her mind that she isn't 100% sure on whether or not she should act on them.
Nope.
And she doesn't, she doesn't want to be. Basically, she doesn't want to be that type of, be that guy and push too far. But she's still like,
Nope. Yay.
Also, she is blushing.
Yay.
That's evident enough. But yeah, she just tries to go to trance and go to meditate, but it obviously is having a bit of a time doing it before, eventually given enough time they will, but yeah. Unless you do anything else.
Nope. The Adventure Center is too crowded, and I'm going to sleep.
Fair enough, as both of you eventually drift off into rest. Was there anything Gal wanted to do before heading to bed? Because I know he just walked in back into after all this.
Get something to drink while he waits for himself to dry off.
Yeah. You want water like the other thing, or something harder?
No, I'm on a sober streak.
Yeah, fair enough. Pours you a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Is the wait, it was the monk that's sleeping out here or something?
Yeah, the monk at this point is they undo because they also had like a basically like a pouch or a bag on them. They unwrap the cloth of the bag and basically just kind of lay it out almost like a tarp, just kind of on the ground.
I thought they were
Wait,
taking
I
Kumal's
thought
room.
they both ended up in rooms. 'Cause I
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
insisted.
sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. My apologies.
Okay.
The shaman Nialheth went off to Kumal's room while God, they're why'd I have to make their names similar? It's Nialheth and Thurnash. Thurnash is going off to. I believe
Nox's
it was.
room.
Was it Nox's room? Oh yeah, it was Nox's
Yeah.
room. Yeah. So Gal is basically just kind of in the bar, alone, currently, unless Kumal, of course, is staying down here.
Oh,
But-
I'm staying down here. I'm sleeping. Well, I'm gonna be.
Okay. So yeah, you go to sleep upstairs with Navenna. In that case, as Gal comes in, he pours you a glass. Basically, Rogic pours you a glass of milk, and just slides it over.
He's gonna drink it.
Gross.
Got out your
It's
system.
somewhere. Yep, I did.
Oh, Kumal, you're sleeping at the bar. Okay, understood.
Yeah. Like
yeah,
right now,
okay,
I'd just be sitting there, just like tired, just like, hey.
You know, like, you're right there, lad.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great.
I'm not
Talk to him.
carrying you. Yeah, that's what Rogic says. I'm not carrying you.
That's fine. I'm staying here, man.
All right, just try not to drool too much on my bar.
Well,
No
Nox
promises. If you
isn't.
can do me a favor in the morning and get me some tea, that'd be excellent.
Well,
I'll
Nox
see
isn't
what I
coming
can
back
do.
tonight.
Eh,
Oh, there's a friend that stopped by. Little Luxolite creature.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was a hallucination because of how angry I was.
As much time I've ever spent seeing quite a few weird faces. My old place of establishment. First time I've ever seen that.
I thought I was going insane.
I mean, you could still be, but still saw that.
Jerry's still out.
Aye.
If you could do me a favor before you go back up, Gal, either in the morning let them know or put a note or something, let everybody know that we have to talk early about the creature. The Luxolite actually gave us a gift quest to work on.
Why?
Which also, unless you
fucking-
did anything with it, the egg is still on the table.
Pocket.
Oh,
Immediately pocket. That's no.
Okay, yep, fair enough.
I was about to
It's a-
say if that is in any visible view.
I would say if fucking I forget their name already. Just
Blorp.
Plorp. Yes, if Plorp didn't immediately take it, I'm securing that because we don't want that missing.
Yeah.
Their name was Plorp.
Yes.
It was
I
incredible.
know. I met them earlier today. Gal's just like soaking wet too.
I'm not cleaning that up. I mean, I will, but I won't like it.
I feel like every fucking day just gets more and more difficult.
Can agree to that.
I mean,
Hey,
hey,
John.
still kicking?
Quick question.
Uh,
Ugh.
is it pertaining to something particular right now? Because we're
Oh, my bad.
yeah, you're good. You're good.
You want to talk about their champ?
I don't know what to do with this second-handed life I've been given.
You and me both.
What? Well, what do you want to do? What's your gut saying?
Got any hobbies other than killing?
At this point, I thought home was really all there was ever gonna be for me. Now I don't. Now that I can't go home, Well, for a while, at least. Kind of hard. I've never really been one to think about what the future's gonna have in store for me.
Nature sent you a question on Discord. Thing on Discord.
Well, your friend's visiting here pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed she is.
Is that a good thing?
It'll be nice to have a familiar face.
Good. Well, you say
Even
I've
if she is the fucks a personal space type.
we will not get along.
You get used to it. I know I
Trust
did.
her?
What?
Trust her?
With my life. But to be
Yeah,
fair,
she's good people.
as long as she doesn't burn this place down first.
Like to see her try.
Oh boy, she will.
Let's not
Well
burn
done.
the place down.
Purpose or
Yep.
not.
Hey, I've had at least one man try to drag a, was it a red wormling? I think it was yeah. Tried to drag one of those
Gods.
fuckers into the building. So if she can beat that, I'd be impressed.
Why in God's green? You know what? I don't want to know.
I used to work for Monster Hunters. They dragged one in.
And now I know. Home's a tricky thing for a lot of us. Even if you don't know what to do right now, I don't see any problem with that. I would just live it day by day, see where it takes you.
You like the people you're with? You like this place? You feel safe? Then it's home. Home's whatever you make it. I still need to build one.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I've been working on this spell that actually lets you make your own home. It won't a
Alright,
tower, but
Alright, I'm closing up the bar for the night.
damn.
You
Just-
can tell me more about it later.
It's fair.
Just be sure to rinse out the glass when you're done.
Aye.
Alright. Night. He heads and he walks over to head up the stairs.
They're gonna have a big day tomorrow. You should probably get
Actually,
some
sorry,
sleep.
not go up the stairs. He goes back outside, into the other into the staff building.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna wait until he's like fairly much dry, and he's just gonna. All right, bud, let's go. He's gonna fucking pick up Kuma.
What? No!
Are you
No,
also
you
picking
sleep.
up Navenna?
Not ready, not ready, not ready.
I can hold her with my tail.
That's fair. Yeah, Navenna just kind of like grabs onto Gal's tail, just.
Whee!
All right, we're going.
Yeah.
Where are we going? I don't like this. I'm a ground person. I like the ground. This is the air.
Well, I can dump you in water.
No, ground is fine. Prefer the ground.
And I'm gonna take Kumal to his room.
Nope, there's someone in there. Can't go in there.
Wait,
fucking.
what?
Yes, one of the. Oh, you weren't here. There were two Dragonborn came by, Golden Kobolds, to say they're here to help Dasher. Though they're currently in Nox's room of my own.
I don't see why that's an issue with you sleeping in your own room.
Because I'm weird about it.
Stop being
Sleep-
weird about it.
I'll sleep. You know what? You're right. I'll sleep in the desk.
What? How about you spend, fuck, what was it, 24 years of your life sleeping in a small room with about 50 to 100 different people? You get it. It's not that bad.
You remember that personal space thing we were talking about?
Yes. Well, now it's a good time to start getting rid of that.
Oh, I hate you. Alright.
Well, you were never supposed to like me to begin with.
presume they're being carried with. Yeah, moving.
There's
move them
no
over.
choice in this matter.
Let's
Yeah.
move them. We'll just speed it up and move them over here.
Just boop and
Yeah, you go
'cause
into your
that's
room.
how that would go.
Yeah,
No,
you see,
I'd like carry him into his room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you open the
'Cause-
door.
God.
Niall the Dragonborn woman. She is currently like her back is up against the bookshelf. She looks like she has like the like a pouch or a bag that was at her side. She's since basically unfurled out into a tarp to kind of sit on top of the rug. And she is currently sat like cross-legged, back against the bookshelf. Her head kind of like slightly tilted upward, and it looks like she is either meditating or sleeping or both. It's hard to tell.
What? You know it is fine.
I was gonna
Just
put
kinda-
them all down.
The Vena
Go to
just kind of like
sleep.
waddles over into their bird cage and just kind of nuzzles into the hay at the bottom.
I'll toss a couple pillows at well, not toss, but I'll place a couple pillows by. Yep.
That name.
Niall Hef.
Also,
Yeah, okay, I was pretty close.
fuck
Yeah.
you.
You place the pillows down, and they just like, without even opening their eyes, they just softly push it away with a foot.
Also, come on, go fuck yourself.
No. God, this is why I wasn't a counselor. Bye.
Yeah, you go into bed and go to sleep. And Gal, you also as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And sorry, Farron, you had a question earlier.
Oh, I PM'd it to you.
My apologies. I did not see that.
Gal probably would have asked for like a skylight if that's at all possible. For the room.
It'll probably take some time to actually implement that. That's not.
Okay.
May I
Might be-
ask Alinea a question in the morning?
Sure, absolutely. But before we get to that, Farron, as you're going to go to sleep for the night, before you go off to sleep, you actually hear a sudden, feel a bit of a sudden gust of wind as aggro just flies at the base of your bed.
Hmm. Alright, you hungry?
And they shake their head.
Oh. He puts on his goggles, like kind of like glasses, like instinct, and then wakes up. Need me to follow you somewhere?
Kind of idles their head side to side and ponders for a minute. As they fly back up into their quote unquote like nest of bones, up in the rug currently held up to the ceiling, and they start bringing bones down. It looks like they're trying to like arrange them into a certain like either pattern or arrange them in a certain way.
Farron pulls out a journal, just like to document, or he's basically just throwing ideas into the page and see what he comes up with, just so he has like something to put it there.
I'll say for this, roll an intelligence check, just to see if you could process what exactly natural
Nat 20.
Whoa!
They're trying to spell out the word dream.
Hmm.
He fucking phases face front towards the door and opens it how do I explain it? Flat face towards the door. And he's
You just-
trying to open the door
yeah.
where the hell is Nox?
Oh boy.
Yeah. You just face Nox is not in the building.
Mm-hmm.
I knock on the door to Kumal.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What now?
Aggro is following you back out and is starting to picking at your feet.
He like, Kumal, I need.
It looks like they're
And he's
basically they're trying to peck at your finger to try to grab it and pull you back in.
I'm like, I then pulled back in. I'm like, fuck, how do I talk to Nog? Dreams? He starts drawing, the Saint Hinosia, symbol onto the piece of paper and starts, tapping it towards Aggro. This? And then, after that, he, what would be something for dreaming, what he saw. He tried to draw, the obelisk thingy he saw to Aggro, and then starts tapping on, is this what you're talking about?
Shakes their head. They fly over to the shrine table and they're trying to grab the bowl in their beak to try to pick it up, but it's made of stone, so they're just trying to move it.
Okay, I go to the bowl and since it said dream, I look towards the bowl and start to think of is this has to do with trying to make a dream potion or something? So he just starts
Shakes their
observing.
Head. They gestured basically to put the bowl on the ground.
He does.
After which they fly over, grab up the bones that they have, and toss them into the bowl. And
he starts grinding. Unless Aggro stops him from doing so.
As you go to grab them, they're grab it, shake your head. No.
All right. Then I move the pestilent mortal away.
Yeah, they try to shake and try to basically kind of jostle the bowl, basically jostling the bones around.
Alright, he's paying attention. Casting guidance on himself.
Mm-hmm. I'll say for this roll another intelligence check with advantage because of that nat 20 from before.
Since earlier, hold on. He asked Aggro, are you fine if you give me just a quick moment? I'm asking if I could cast Bless on myself.
A nod.
I cast Bless.
Okay.
Because I don't think we want to do the whole hour of me trying to form the blessing spell. So let's just do that for now. Alright, so I'm gonna just do the intelligence check.
19. Yeah, judging by how they're trying to jostle it takes me what the fuck are they doing? Oh yeah, fucking duh. You've seen this practice amongst back at your orc tribe. Basically reading oracle bones. In a kind of manner of speaking. And you're looking at the now that you're taking a moment to actually look at the bones that Aggro is jostling around in there, you notice that they actually do have scratches and markings in them. Presumably done by Aggro himself. They're very rudimentary and are very shoddy because, no opposable thumbs, but there's definitely something there.
Finna cast light just to see better.
Aggro for a moment lets out a screech oh god, bright light before it kind of settles down a bit. Yeah, you put out the you bring up the light and it looks with the 19 it's very shoddy work, like I said, very rudimentary, but these definitely look like markings that were put into the bones for ritualistic purposes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, Farron tries not to laugh out loud.
Aggro gestures, kind of pointing their beak at the bed. and pointing down at the bowl.
Do you need me to put this like under my bed while I sleep?
Shake their head.
Do I just bring it over to my bed?
bones. They jostle the bones again with a talon. Point over to the bed again.
He
And
just
then, like-
starts going over to his bed while looking at Agro, like completely like not losing eye contact. Like, so you need me to dream?
They nod.
All right. And you what level is the
Agro-
dream spell?
I don't think you have the dream spell.
No, I know I can't.
You know, aggro. Well, you don't have the dream spell. However, aggro. Like at this point, grabbing the bowl in both talons, it takes a moment trying to lift it up and just barely manage to plop them down onto the bed, and then aggro just basically roosts back down at the end of the bedpost.
Should Tycoon join me? Agro.
The bird shrugs.
If he's gonna dream again, since he's has the mold earth, he calls upon for Tycoon, and he grabs like Tycoon's like little like construct arm and being like, Tycoon, whatever I dream, I'll try to communicate it through mold earth. Can you do this for me?
Tycoon just kind of looks at you blankly as aggro just and they seem to have almost like think for a moment before they fly over to your desk, rip a page out of one of the open books there, blank page, and then just kind of like hand it to you, and then fly over to grab the pen.
Alright, so he's gonna have to, like, speed memorize in his dream. Alright, so he has it onto his bed. Well, time to go to sleep as he puts the paper, pen onto, like, the side, desk where Tycoon is.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Tycoon being a paperweight at that point.
Yep.
As well. And Farron
Tycoon
begins
is
to
just
dream.
laughing. Yep, okay. So, as you, just kind of, with all the intelligence checks made before, and kind of, intuiting what exactly aggro is meaning for you to do, you kind of lean back against the bedpost, pillow to your back, with the bowl of bones kind of and in your lap as you just kind of like briefly like kind of shake and jostle them around. There's this brief kind of like wave of energy almost seems to flow through your body. As you can almost kind of feel the movements of aggro, like, unfurling his wings at the base of the bed, and almost kind of, like, bringing them around to just kind of cover the, like, basically kind of cover the area. Not necessarily going into embrace, but still just kind of, like, surrounding the area with whatever they're trying to do. And as you kind of feel this energy between you and aggro during this interaction, you begin to dream. Give me one moment.
Man, I wish I had the spell memorized, prepared. If I even had those components anyway, but oof.
Can I just say
We'll
that
have less on
aggro
me.
is like 1-year-old compared to Navena's like 4-year-old, and is making Navena look dumb as hell.
Hey.
Navena can be reborn, so it's good. We good.
Y'all stop shitting on my bird.
I said it's making her look that way. I didn't say she was.
Wait, just wait. Tomorrow, she's gonna grow like 4 feet.
Probably.
Amazing. Just big burb.
I just had to
I
say
know
that.
there-
I was like,
There
wow.
are, like, there are many ways to make the bird look what a phoenix is. I know there's like many different ways for the phoenix to look, but like,
Shit.
what's your preference for it? I want to see like a peacock.
There we go. Okay, so as we are going into the dream, I would like everyone except for Keen to mute their microphones.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
So, as you slowly feel your consciousness start to drift off, as you kind of feel the faint, like, tingling sensation in your palms were making contact with the bowl. Eventually,
I have a quick question.
Yes,
Are my items on me still?
correct. All of your equipment,
Alright.
everything that you had on you when you went to sleep is on you right.
I left the Geonid cord right next to me, just as another paperweight, just in case.
That's fine. And as you go off into feel your consciousness going off into this other realm, you feel the warmth start to hit you once again, as and also the feeling of the wind rushing through your hair, and the feeling of the abrasive feeling of the sand kind of brushing against your face and against your skin. As you open your eyes once again, and you are currently sitting in the middle of the deserts.
He like shields his eyes again, like, oh, I'm back here again. Alright. This time will be different. You then see, like, he's like slaps his like face like with both of his hands and just rubs it and just says, alright. He then thinks back towards the moment in his day where Gal threw him into the imprint that is the wall. And
Okay.
he begins to harness the cold and he says this, and then is then shielded with cold armor.
Okay.
This time I will survive, and I will find out what the hell that is. Wait, where am I? Where the hell's the obelisk?
Alright, as you go to take a moment to look around, I would like you to roll a perception check.
Will do. Wow. I'm using inspiration.
Okay. Good call. So,
God.
as you're taking the time to look around, and looking out across the dunes, it is in many ways as I've described before. The edges of your peripheral vision are blurry. It's hard to tell looking further and further into the horizon where the sand dunes end and the sky begins. The sun overhead is still very hot, beating down upon your body. And one thing that you did pick up on it before, but it wasn't as consciously, as now you're taking the time to notice, on the winds, amongst the sand and other such that is blown upon it, you also hear whispering, or some far off, or it sounds like voices that are very far off and very far away. It's hard to tell, but either way, it's almost just out of your realm of perception to be able to make out what exactly they're saying. But could be hundreds, could be thousands. It's almost like background noise that you almost just became, or like gray noise that you just came aware of. But also, can very easily just as quickly fade into the background again if you're not focusing on it.
He focuses. I don't know if this will give him disadvantage or not, but he wants to try using Mold Earth to use it to help him with sneak, like to use stealth.
Okay. You're trying to move stealthily.
Yeah,
before-
approach this voice.
There's no source. There's no direction you can point out from where these voices are coming from. It's almost like either just entirely around you, or or pervasive, even would be the word to describe it as. Also, with a 17, you're as much as the horizon gets progressively blurry and blurrier as you try to focus more and more on it. Off in the distance to the right of you, what was once sort of these softer, paler like yellows and kind of yellowish grays of the sand. There's almost this kind of gradient and mix into a much more vibrant mix of colors, almost like, like an oil slick, except even by this distance you can tell whatever it is vast. However, to the left of you, further off in that direction, the sort of grayish white of the sand, but also color, but also not, that you're trying to concentrate on it. Looking down over in that direction, you can almost make out, is that grass? No, that's not. There even is any grass out here, but it's not the right color, but it almost reminds you of a field, more so than anything else you can really think of in your mind.
Farron, sees, there's a lot of, a mirage, I would assume. And so...
It almost reminds you of that, but you can't necessarily say, oh, this isn't real, but... You can't really tell if it's... You can't tell if it's real, or if it's not, or if it's both. That's the best way I could describe it.
Is there a high He... Since I see two directions of one that seems to be grassy but not, and then the other, can you repeat the other one again?
Yeah. One seems to be a field of white, is the best way I can describe it, but even then that's not right either. And to the left it's almost a sea of color.
Ooh. Okay. Since he has a pen and paper he took with him, he draws kind of where he is, and then does a scribbly line of a border, what he would assume is distance between him and the white and the very colorful place. And he uses the information that Nox had told him about this desert. Forgot the real naming of it. Could I make an intelligence check to remember the name that Nox had said?
Sure, absolutely.
Of this desert.
This would be an intelligence check.
Alright.
4. Not
Damn
a clue.
it. I do not remember.
I mean,
What
the desert,
do
plenty of sand.
No, he's just trying to recollect whatever information, that they that she called it. He then remembers Regimentus?
And looking to the right of you, on your shoulder, before they unfurl their wings, you see Agro.
Agro! He looks back at the paper it was normal, and then it then actually moves and shudder in actual surprise, what the, oh, Agro.
Yeah, it takes a moment before they just kind of plant themselves down and on one of the sand dunes.
You want me to follow you? Or do you know any idea about this place? The only thing I can think of about that colorful place is what Nox said would be the forest where you came from? The Forest of Familiars? Is that correct? Am I getting the gist of it?
Most I'll say for this, from your understanding of the body language of Agro, the high rolls from before, he's following you.
Oh, he's following me.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so he then kind of okay, so...
Yeah, he's not
Here to help
leading,
me.
you're the
Alright.
one leading.
Alright. Okay, he just puts in in quotation marks and puts a question mark Forest of Familiars with the rainbow like colorful place, and then he looks at the all white and it's like snowy blizzardy place. No idea. He then thinks about it. I think I have a better chance in the white, but I don't think I could see anything. So he then starts walking towards the wherever the color is, the colorful
Towards the
forest.
color?
Yep.
Going towards the color? Okay. So.
Yep.
Give me 1 moment, please. And
Also, on the
you-
title of the giant paper is just a big question mark that says Regia Mentis.
Fair enough. And so as you start making your way in the direction of the color, as you're passing from dune to dune, and as the whites, the pale whites almost start to slowly turn to more of a softer kind of a bronzish orange yellow, almost reflecting from the sunlight as it gets closer to these splashes and waves of color. As you're realizing, as you go out further in front of you, this isn't a forest, this is an ocean. As eventually you see just waves of almost like paint, or like paint or oil splashing almost at your feet, before crashing back and seeping back into the pool below. As looking forward, you see this. It's almost prismatic and reflective, the surface, but calling it an oil slick isn't really the right word, but it's almost like this liquid crystalline prismatic sheen, as the dazzling just sea of color and inspiration in front of you just seems to continue on into at least as far as your vision can take you, if not even further.
Hold on, I'm just gonna say this out now. I was having like, fuck, I gotta learn sailing from Gal in order for me to traverse the dream. He looks at the sea. He's gonna try and ray of frost to see if he can at least make an ice platform. If he's basically trying to test what its properties are.
You go to pulse a burst of ice in the direction of this pool of color, and as it comes out of your hand, it turns into these almost like streak of either snow or sand or ice. It's hard to process what's happening. As it mixes and melds with the pool, it sort of just adds this brief splash of like white and icy blue into the mix of the pool before slowly just melding with the sea of color.
Is this the weave? No, can't be. No. I want to do an Arcana check on this thing.
Arcana check with disadvantage.
Fair enough.
14.
14.
You're not exactly sure what you're looking at, but like, how the hell do I describe this? It almost the vibes you're kind of getting from this. It almost reminds you just of a sea of paint. But clearly, based on the material and other stuff here in the dream, things behave differently. But as for how magic interacts with this pool, and basically just turning to color? You're a bit lost on that one. Like,
Farron will then, it's like a border between the sands and the sea of color, right?
yeah, it's almost like you're on a beach, basically. Where the
How does the sand interact with the color?
The closer and closer you get to this sea of paint and color, the more vibrant the sand dunes and the hills actually start to look. A lot more. Whereas before, everything is kind of more the whitish, kind of pale grayish, whitish yellow. They actually are much more reflective of the purples and the orange in the picture. Actually, showing you there. Otherwise, the rest of the place is much more faded.
Since Farron has catapult prepared, he wants to mold earth, the pile of sand, kind of like a crevice, to then use catapult to launch the sand into to launch the water and the paint into the air to see what happens when it interacts outside of the sea and splashes onto a different area.
So you're shooting sand into the sea, or you're shooting paint?
I'm shooting
onto the sand.
Paint and color into the sand using mold earth, basically making a pile of sand that's wet from the paint. If that's how it works, if that's the physics, I don't know how the dream
That's
world
fair.
works.
Yeah. As you kind of concentrate to pull some of this color from the sea, and kind of just splash it out at your feet. Oop, almost hit my mic. As it splashes out into the sand, it almost starts to separate and organize into different sort of patterns and symbols and sort of it's almost very decorative or ornate as it splashes off, almost like a best way to describe it, almost more just kind of like a postmodern painting, just kind of laid out onto the sand before they slowly start to meld and seep back out into the waves.
Farron then this is coming from more an animal handling kind of perspective, where he's getting the gist of it, it's more of a primal sense. So he then stretches his hand out, not touching the water, but where the sand meets the water, he touches the dry part of the sand, and then slowly reaches out into where the color nearly touches, and then tries to think of remember the diagram of what I'm trying to do for the spell wood and the Geonid heart, the druid core. He plants his hand near the sand to try and make the model in the color sand, in the wet sand.
Okay, sure. I'll say
to try and make that pretty model with with the water.
Okay, I'll say for the yeah, you don't have proficiency in painter's tools.
I do not, but I got mold, earth, and jeweler's tools, which is
I'll
jewelry.
Say, what would this be? I'll just say for this, roll a roll an intelligence check. Basically, add your you can add your proficiency. This is basically a quote unquote spell casting check, for lack of a better term.
So intelligence plus my proficiency is still 2, I believe. Yeah.
14.
12. Or 14, I mean. Yep.
Yeah, 14 plus 2.
Yep.
As you kind of sweep to kind of spread some, kind of gathering up the paint in your hands, and letting it spill out onto the sand in front of you with that idea in mind, you almost kind of watch as the paint and the sand almost start to meld and mix, almost starting to work itself like clay. This prismatic clay, as almost just kind of, rather more is just kind of closing your eyes and feeling and sensing out, whatever happens. Kind of, yeah. And as it starts to, you can kind of feel it sculpting and forming and taking shape. There is this feeling of you're kind of picking up on things that you didn't notice before, and I could add this, or maybe move this here, or you start poking and prodding and tweaking as this sea of color has given you inspiration.
Wait, what?
You have gained a point of inspiration.
Farron's having a grand old time in his dreams right now.
Mm-hmm. And
So
I'll say for the sake of this, as the picture starts to form more and more in your mind, as this as your mind kind of starts to wander and continue off on this idea, eventually, as it's starting to near the end, it's starting to near
I
the
have
end.
one last thing. It's just one last thing. You see the plate mail that he has, and he grabs his tinkering tools, and he then I wonder what I could do if this could. I don't know if this is reality. I don't know. But he then pulls out his tinkering tools and tries to imbue whatever charisma and art that he could put onto the plate mail of his own design using the paint. Using the mold earth technique. Like, he's gonna dip his tinkering tools into the paint if he needs to.
Okay.
And what he does on the plate mail is that, the snake eggs. It's basically like two magnets like stick together and they form I use the iron sand to basically form like a magnetic field kind of like diagram.
I'll say
That's
for
it.
the sake of this, you can make a skill check with your smith's tools with disadvantage. However, this will still you'd be using your intelligence modifier.
Hold on. Because someone. Alright. So you want me to try and, make a tinkering tools check?
Yeah, using your... you're using, Tinker's tools. Do you have smith's tools?
No. I have Tinker's tools, Thieves' tools, and Jeweler's tools.
Okay, I would allow Tinker's tools for this, then.
Alright. And Tinker's tools involve, my intelligence, right?
Yes, this would be using your intelligence modifier. Still with disadvantage,
So-
nonetheless.
Alright, I'll just make a raw intelligence and just add my proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I can add charisma as well. I'm using inspiration. Fuck no.
Okay. Still with disadvantage, but if you want to reroll. That's a 4. Well, technically a 5 from before. Well, still nonetheless.
Damn.
Either way. Either way.
Damn, can't even use less.
As you try to dip your tools into the paint and try to splatter it, trying to use what you have, getting it into the armor, you only realize that sort of soft cooler sensation that you start feeling from your body because your eyes are still closed. It's feeling out this whole process. You realize that the cool sensation is less of the armor of Agathis around you, which unfortunately does eventually pass, and is more the sea slowly coming up to your waist. And as before you even really get the chance to react, you feel your body get drenched under and amongst the sea of color. And at this point, I'm gonna have you roll an intelligence saving throw.
Ah, shit. Alright. Intelligence saving throw?
Mm-hmm. I'll say with disadvantage because of all the stuff going on, which is still a 13.
13.
Okay. In that case... One moment, please. So, as you, Actually, hang on. Alright, this is 4. I needed to check another thing. Sorry, it's taking a moment. Honestly, wasn't sure if you'd get this far or not. Okay, so yeah. As you try to focus more and more on what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to create in front of you. As you get enveloped into the sea of color, the amount of possibilities that have been put before you almost expand out further and further as your mind gets assaulted with ideas and possibilities and potential, and every possible combination of potential things to progress going forward. And your mind is almost overloaded with the possibility and information that's placed in front of you. As you take...
So I'm at least able to document all this that I'm being overwhelmed with ideas that I don't even remember.
Your mind is getting assaulted. As you take 3 points of stress from this scenario, and before your mind can even really process what was placed in front of it, the waves begin to recede, and as that sensation starts to slowly fade, you feel yourself slowly waking up in your bed the next morning.
I don't know what stress is like in D&D besides
Your
reality,
mind-
so
Your mind feels... I don't know what the best way to describe it. You feel like there's this yearning, absolutely, but your mind is almost like lost. Like your mind is almost like foggy and clouded at the moment, still kind of reeling from this whole process. As if, your mind was just basically assaulted with, 5,000 pages of information, and now all of it's gone, and now you're trying to reel from what the fuck you just, saw and learned. Without even, trying to put your head together. And, Farron, as you wake up the next morning, seeing Agro slowly stirring awake as well at the base of your bed. The bones still on your lap, in front of you. That's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
I looked at Agro, we're doing this again next night. I then walk away, and just just wait for Dasher to wake up.
Yep.
So he gets the
All right,
training.
everyone can unmute
He
now.
knows himself.
Guys? Oh, there we go.
No.
Oh, where then? Yeah. Hope
Yeah.
everyone,
More years.
Hope everyone enjoyed the session
5
tonight.
more minutes.
No, I'm sorry. We're already almost half an hour over time. Ryle had to leave early because some stuff came up, which is fair. But well, you just
I
found
should
another-
probably give a visual to what I was trying to draw onto the
Okay.
the armor. I should probably give that to
actually,
you.
One last thing. Looking around at you, Farron, looking down at the paper, that you originally drew the map on. Actually, this is a bit late to do this technically per se, but nonetheless, roll me an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Fair enough. Intelligence check, not save. Damn.
Mm-hmm. 7. It's...
Damn it.
You ever try to, have you ever tried to, paint something, or draw a picture of something without ever actually looking back at the paper? And,
I'm rolling inspiration. Fuck that. I am rolling inspiration. I want that reroll.
Okay.
Damn it. Oh, it's a 6. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah, it's at 6.
Damn it.
You're realizing now, as you're looking down, trying to record, whatever the hell you just saw in that place, the writing and the placement of, the drawings and, locations for these different places, everything seems kind of, mixed. And, kind of almost, jumbled together. It's weird, almost as if, where you started drawing, the sand in the middle, the hand almost kind of scattered off to the one corner and then over to the other. You tried to start drawing the sea, and it's off in kind of this section, but then your hand moved over to here. Like, almost like your hand was, like, almost kind of had a mind of its own. Kind of jittering and moving around the place.
To be fair, I was honestly hoping that was just gonna be jotty as hell because that's really what it. Here's the thing: if he doesn't even have mapping like proficiency. That's why he doesn't expect it to be like good. He just needs to know that there's a desert, there's a place of a bunch of color, and this is a place that goes completely white. That's
But
all.
even-
He's just
but
writing
even
what he
that's
just
the
saw.
thing. Like, it's almost like the parts of your drawing almost like shoot off to different corners and like different spots on the paper kind of randomly, and then like it's like, oh, you start drawing a face, then you move your hand up to the right corner and like continue drawing the rest of the face, like that kind of idea. Like,
Oh, so it's contour drawing.
well, no,
It's
no, like it looks haphazard, and like you picked up and then dropped it off like in different places it shouldn't be, and like everything almost seems mismatched and mixed together, and like
It's like a forced jigsaw puzzle.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And you're like, what the fuck did I just make? Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. As for the chest plate, the front of it, there's only like a singular scrape of like where your tool basically
That's fair.
first hit the mark.
Though, John, I did send it to you. What I was trying to do.
Yeah. Though I will say, looking at it, looking at the scratch mark, there is the faintest reflective hint of color in the sunlight, looking in the groove. Before eventually, even as you're looking at it, like eventually just kind of like melds away just into the metallic gray.
Oh.
And then, unfortunately, before we start getting into stuff happening during the morning, that's where we're gonna have to set in the session for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations,
All right.
Farron! You have just discovered another location within Regiamentus.
He's literally shooting out so many like things to sound like Regimentus and just hoping something will happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's just saying names.
Yeah, I will say, for one thing, you to just confirm at least two official things that have happened. One, you have discovered a location within Regiamentus. And two, with the help of your familiar aggro, you can actually return back to the dream through your familiar.
Oh Jesus Christ. Oh no.
The spirits.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of things we could do.
The spirits.
There's a
answered your
lot of
call,
things we
and
can
during
do.
your ritual, it succeeded.
So Agro, what do you think about Magnet?
And that's where we'll cut it. So, how's everyone else doing?
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
Doing.
Ewan.
Chewing. My gosh. Should I show you guys what I was trying to draw onto the armor?
Sorry, you have to do it, but nonetheless. Suppose at that rate we'll probably have to save to see what the fuck just happened. Or at least trying to process whatever information was just given. Probably have to do that next Wednesday. At this rate, we'll probably end up moving over to the general chat, because at least I imagine some people hopefully will be willing to talk about this. At least some of the interesting thing that's happened this session, including apparently a budding romance between Alenia and Nox, apparently.
Yes.
But, nonetheless, if anyone new in the chat is interested, I don't think I saw anyone, but nonetheless, yeah, sorry, Texley, I'm not affiliate yet, so you can't actually send bits. Nonetheless,
And this is on yet.
yeah. If for anyone who's interested, there is the link into the about section to go into the Grotto, the Discord channel here. If anyone
This
wants
stream
to
is sponsored by Mono's Munchies. They don't exist.
They do not exist, so get the fuck out of here. Also, Mono, I didn't really get the chance to bring this up again during the session, but still, the fuck are you doing with your fucking monkey NFT Mono icon? What the hell is that?
ask a lot of questions.
So this glorious piece of shitpost was made for me the other night by a friend of mine.
I see. Understood.
They were like, I wanna draw something, but I don't know what. I'm like, we got into the conversation of NFTs. It's like, well, how about you make my profile picture an NFT?
God fucking damn it.
Wait, is that what it was? Oh my gosh.
I
I have-
presume you're
I
not
just
actually
noticed.
doing anything with it. But like,
No. Hold
yeah.
up. I can send the full versions in images and GIFs.
Quick, copy paste it, make a bunch of copies so it doesn't have any value.
There.
Fucking goddamn it. Oh yeah, there it is. Go there. Anyways, I suppose in that
It even
case,
got the lens flare. They even put in the lens flare.
I suppose on that note, we'll probably have to end up. We'll see you guys next time on Legends of Nordaeron: Striking Cold Iron. Bye, guys.
Bye.